that I was doing it, black people would probably
say it was racially motivated.
No, black people would probably be like, I'll be some kind of weird hero.
Yeah.
Where y'all would be like, why the fuck? Why outside they ain't say nothing about this? Like, and just motherfuckers just sleeping on the ground. Some fucking guy with the typical white guy. In my head, I'm looking at the guy, and in my head, I'm 2 miles away. He's going doop da doop da doo, da 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 da, doop da doo, and I'm just like
stupid white guy.
Or I'll definitely shoot somebody on a Segway. Anybody on a Segway, fucking traffic cop, maybe meter maid, maybe.
Yeah.
If I was, if I was
be the Segway serial killer.
The Segway killer.
Wow, people would be afraid to drive their Segways.
But I mean, you have serial killing thoughts.
Nah, not serial killing thoughts.
Mass murder thoughts.
I have home invasion thoughts.
Of kicking someone's door in?
No.
Oh, like someone comes in and you're just ready for action.
Oh, a bunch of people. It has to be a lot of people.
You would just
can't just be one guy.
You're gonna kill one of your girlfriends by mistake.
No,
no, you are.
I am so
with a gun that's hooked against your forearm, and it comes out with like some kind of
taxi driver,
James Bond.
Yeah, you're gonna do it. I know you're gonna kill someone
by
mistake.
Very safe. No, I'm very safe with my firearms.
All right, fair
Very
enough.
safe.
Let's break.
Yeah,
because we really need to catch up. Patrice, so what I was trying to say, comics. It's a great place to see Patrice Friday and Saturday. 212-524-2500.
And I'm tweeting now.
Well, yeah. Give the name because everyone wants to start following you.
Oh boy. It's Big, B-I-G, Mama, M-O-M-M-A, Prods, as short for productions.
Oh,
Big Mama Prods. Patrice O'Neal's going to slowly disappear.
That's it, huh?
Big Mama, M-O-M-M-A, Prods.
He's always onto something when he comes in here. Producer now.
I am going to slowly drift away.
Slowly drift away.
Into Big Mama production.
All right, quick break. We'll continue.
You.
Oh, you know what? FU line. It is Friday. Let's get this out there. The people are calling the FU line.
Oh, one more thing.
Crazy.
One more thing, Hope, about the Twitter.
Yeah.
The reason I called it that is because I had the funny idea that I was famous enough that somebody would have stole Patrice O'Neal. But no one did.
Oh.
It was completely free and open.
Not even someone that grabbed and just has a tweet that says, Patrice, I'm holding this for you.
I don't even fucking know, man.
Oh,
I'm just Big Mama Prods. If they did me a favor. But
here's little Nicky. Coming over. Hi, little Nicky. It's little Nicky.
Can you give me to me one more time?
Little Nicky.
All right.
We'll
All right, we're back
Patrice's
to
info.
And Patrice is also Twitter and Big Mama Prods. And I see a lot of basketball talk on your Twitter.
I was watching last night, my friend. Did you watch it?
I should have.
A little bit? You filmed Jimmy Fallon, what, like 5?
Yeah, but we went downtown and celebrated. We had one of those rare moments where me and Ann were hanging out and we were bonding and we were drinking and all sorts of debauchery.
Yeah, listening to the show, man. You guys have fucking recreated a love affair from years back.
Yeah,
I feel it like this is like 1982 again.
82. What are you gonna do?
Fucking, it's amazing.
Ups and downs. We got the big ups.
It flies by, my friend.
We got the big ups right now. So
flies by.
I did not watch the game.
Free radio stunk. Now y'all are fucking just flowing like a motherfucker.
It does stink, doesn't it?
We brought a lot of people over to here, and now we're building from here. And you can feel something in the air.
I'm not just saying that. I listen to the show.
You can feel it. But
I go sit in my car, and I turn that motherfucker on at about 6:30 and listen.
Well, I just want to say really fast.
Why can't you?
NBA Finals.
Yes, sir.
I want to focus for a second.
NBA Finals?
I claim to be a sports fan, and then I let everyone down with my knowledge. But I just don't feel like I watched here and there, but I wanted the big LeBron James, Kobe Bryant.
Well, why would you invest? First of all, Cleveland.
Dwight Howard is a bust.
He's not a bust. Cleveland.
He's a bust. They're trying to make him a superstar like the rest of the guys. He's not.
He's a bust.
He's just below those guys.
He's a bust offensively. He has no go-to move. They compare him to Shaq, but Shaq had go-to moves.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Shaq was so good at dunking on you. That was his skyhook. Fucking, he's a little clumsy. His hands ain't great. This is Dwight Howard. He can't shoot free throws. He's just a rebounding and blocking machine, but he can't score. He's a liability at the end of the game. And another thing that's a liability is they don't have a Kobe. As much as I don't like Kobe, just because I don't. I never met him. He might be a good guy, but I just don't like the guy.
Why don't we like Kobe?
Because he seems like an elitist douchebag.
Because I'm the same.
You feel like he's a liar. You get the inclination he's a liar. You just don't.
Like, he seems like you should like Kobe.
It's like he got
I don't
tattoos
like him.
after he got that rape beef. If he had that rape beef, he had to just took it in the chin. I think snitching on Shaq when he was like, but Shaq cheats on his wife too. I think when he did that, people just didn't like him. And then when he brought his wife a $4 million ring, as opposed to going, hey, bitch, it is what it is. Because you can't be an NBA player. You can't be worth, and it is. I talked to my girl about this. You can't be worth $100 million, and you get side pussy, and your girl, it's like, shut up, bitch. I'm Kobe. Like, you can't. She's happy to be in the light. I think that she waits for him after every game, gives him a big kiss, and the kids. You get the feeling like it's all contrived, like to say, hey, we need to be loved again.
Right.
And you just feel like he's full of shit. You feel like it. He could be a nice guy, but on the front end, you feel like he's full of shit. You just feel.
But it's also because Shaq is a likable guy, and everyone likes Shaquille O'Neal, and he hates him, and he played with him. And I think if you get Shaquille O'Neal to hate your guts, you're probably a douchebag.
Yeah, but Shaquille is an ass too. Like,
yeah, but
he does fucked up things and says fuck. Like, his thing is he wants everybody to look at him like he's the godfather of the league. And sometimes when you got alpha males, it's like. You can't be an alpha male and always want other people to be, like, praising you. And then you're an asshole because, see, Kobe said, go fuck yourself to him. He said, I'm a bad motherfucker, too. Fuck you. And Shaq's like, he's a, you say something about him, he flopped. Dwight Howard, this is the thing with Stan Van Gundy. He flopped. Dwight Howard hit Shaq, and Shaq flopped. He fell. And flop is just falling when you don't need to fall.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And Shaq flopped, and Stan Van Gundy called him out, and he's like, then he starts going on Van Gundy. He's a poser. He's a what do you call him? He's the captain of panic, and he just started going in like he talked about the nigga's mama. Like it's like you did flop, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. You did. You big giant. You're 387 pounds. You fell for no reason. You can say that. But Kobe fucked up. He would have been liked if he just kept his big mouth shut. Now he's just trying to repair. You see that the Spike Lee thing where it's like they filmed him and he was this, what was it, like Kobe doing work. And the whole thing was Kobe talking and relating to his teammates and giving them advice and laughing and it's like, yeah, that's not you motherfucker.
He's playing a role.
Yeah, you're bullshitting. People like LeBron because they feel like LeBron is genuine, but LeBron fucked up this time because he didn't shake. He left the court.
He was bummed.
He had a temper tantrum, man, and that wasn't good for him.
Well, he thought he was going to win it all, but also he was playing with a massive tumor in his mouth.
Yeah, he had to remove some shitty thing in his mouth.
Yeah, it was a nice sized tumor.
And I think you could see it through the jaw.
Yeah, it looked like he was like doing chewing tobacco.
Yeah, his face looked like Minnie Driver's face.
Yeah, but I mean, the Lakers and the Magic. I wanted Lakers Cavaliers. By the way, someone who's a Howard fan says 40 against Cleveland. No offense.
40. You know what? 40 against Cleveland. Here's the thing. Kobe and LeBron are the two best players in the league. I put Kobe a little drop ahead of LeBron because Kobe is polished. LeBron is pure. He's a prodigy.
Great way to say it, man.
But Kobe is a polish. You can count on Kobe, his 40 every night. LeBron can score a weird 50 or a really strange 29, but Kobe drops a pretty consistent 35 all
Same
the time.
way every time.
All the time. Just really good, good player. Dangerous. I
Is
love
he the
LeBron,
best player in the
though.
league right now, Kobe?
I think Kobe is. I used to say LeBron is. LeBron is the best. He's like, if you go, what would you make a basketball player? He's 6'8", 270, runs like a reindeer, flies like an eagle, and he's a bad motherfucker. He's unstoppable. But Kobe is just a machine, man. He's a basketball machine. I have to give it to him, and I don't like him. But his game is
Same polished
nice.
is perfect.
He's a polished guy.
Perfect.
Dwight Howard against Cleveland, you got to understand, man, it was LeBron versus the Orlando Magic. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. LeBron James versus the Orlando Magic, and they won 2 out of 6 with one guy.
LeBron needs a Scottie Pippen.
He needs more than a Scottie Pippen.
Even more than a Scottie Pippen.
Because look at Kobe has Gasol, who's no joke. Paul Gasol is a bad motherfucker. Trevor Ariza is 6'9". That's another thing. Cleveland had 6'1" guards defending Rashard Lewis's 6'11" ass, who shit the bed last night. Played like a fucking ass. 6 points? Who the fuck? Let me tell you something, man. If I'm 6'11", I'm 6'4". And if I'm playing against somebody 5'11", I'm winning. I'm scoring. Kobe's 6'6". He's a monster. Rashard Lewis doesn't disappear. And then they put little fat, what's that little fat motherfucker? What's the little fat dude?
Nagel?
Nelson. Fucking, what is that? Jameer Nelson.
Yeah.
They took Skip to Malou out, who was fucking killing him. Stan Van Gundy's dumb. They lost that. They lost that game.
He's a weird coach to look at.
Oh, he looks.
And listen to.
He's an ass. He looks just like. I'm not letting fucking Mario brother. Coach.
Yes,
Ron Jeremy is not to coach me on basketball. Just a sweaty little man. He just looks like he should be delivering bread.
We'll move on, but my one thing about the NBA that bothers me and worries me, all the guys have neck tattoos. How are they going to get jobs after the NBA's over for them?
Unless they spend it on cocaine, they're $100 million contracts.
I know, just fucking.
But
the neck tattoo is really popular in the NBA right now.
I don't like it either. I think I'm becoming just too. I think it's an age thing. The older I get, the
starting
more
to look scary.
It used to be all racism to me when I was younger, but the older I get, the more I'm going. These kids, what is with this awful tattoo on your neck? Do you know what a commitment that takes?
Yeah.
And do you know what an asshole you look like in a suit?
With a tat on your neck?
When there's an entire, there's a saying. Like, and enough of your fucking tattoos that's supposed to mean something. Like, stop with your writings that say, hey, I died and came alive. Like, go fuck yourself. So what? Your third cousin got shot. So now I gotta look at his. I gotta look at his fucking face with his date of death and birth. Like, give me a fucking break, man. Stop.
I'm bummed that my dad died, but I wouldn't want a tattoo.
A tattoo
of
Opie's
of
dad.
that.
Like, I'm looking at your arm. Like,
right,
who's
with
that?
With the years he was alive,
and it's kind of warped. It's not quite.
No, I don't want that.
It's not quite done right.
I don't want.
Like half the face is
I don't want to
drooping.
see that in the bathroom every morning after I take a shower. Fuck that.
Here's
shit.
where my mom died.
Hell
with
no.
her face on my forearm.
You know what, though?
To remind me of what?
That?
But in all fairness, it helps the people out there.
Does it?
It gives them some kind of comfort. Me, not so much. That would creep me out.
Nah, you just don't need it.
That would creep me out.
Not on your neck either. And then I'm getting tired. Tattoos. Everything has lost its nothing.
Meaning.
Everything.
Yeah, you just.
How do you be a rebel now? There's just no way to do it. They just.
By doing no piercings and no tattoos.
I think I would if I had the body. I think my shape is the thing that made me not.
Prevent you from getting a tat?
Yeah, because I have an any belly button. It's just deep. So I probably would make it a mouth. Or something. It's just
tattoo like a little well around it.
Yeah, like and I got stretch marks. I was gonna put numbers around it, like make it a little map. Well, other than that, I have nothing I need to represent. Like, a couple of guys I know have the comedy tragedy. To say
You don't like that, Jimmy?
no.
The comedy tragedy tattoo.
you don't
To
like
say
that tattoo?
I'm in this shit for
That's
real,
fucking
motherfucker.
horrendous.
Yeah.
Nick DiPaolo has that. I love Nick, but God Almighty, he must have got that his first year.
Oh, just to say, hey.
Yeah.
Just says I'm in it for good. Really? Does it?
Yeah.
Auschwitz? Take your fucking brand of what you do.
Auschwitz.
That's true. You don't see garbage men with that, like fucking with a truck with a bunch of fucking bags in it. That's what I do. That's who I am.
That's who I am.
The radio guys, microphones.
Why?
Oh, yeah. That's.
Microphones.
It's embarrassing.
No, you don't want
Stop. But the worst tattoo of them all, I have to say, Kenyon Martin has a tattoo of his girlfriend's lips. She kissed something, I guess, a piece of paper. They drew it, and he had it tattooed on his neck. And it makes me sick.
That's lame.
It's just
Exactly. At least put it on your dick.
it's just pronounced love gestures sicken me. It's just fucking sickens me.
Why, Patrice?
Just here's some flowers, bitch, and a check. Like, please.
You're not a romantic, are you?
Nah, man. Because, you know, my
Girl listens to our
romance is
show every day, though.
Oh, my girl's a soldier, man. She loves all this shit. She loves it. She keeps me. She got me into Twitter a little bit. She helped me a lot with it. Like, she's like really into going, good morning, Twit family. Yeah. Ugh. I look at a dumb tweets.
Hi, Twitters.
You know.
Says hi to her tweeps.
I'm not big.
Aren't they called tweeps?
I don't know but here's
Twitterers.
It just gives her a friend, and I don't want to do anything to stop her friendship from anyone. It's just she's so happy to be friends with somebody because I'm such a bad friend to her. You know, all I have enough is to be her man. But we had a big argument the other day because she helped me start my Twitter, and then the girl next door, Angela Yee, who does the Shade 45, she helped me like really put the Twitter together and got me a bunch of friends. Like all these friends is like she started it. So I was like giving her credit, like, go, right, man, you're the best.
Oh, damn.
And my girl's like, you didn't help me. What's
that mean?
And you didn't tell me. And I'm like, bitch, you're in my life. You're supposed to help me with my fucking Twitter. Because you're supposed to wash my dishes tomorrow.
Your job.
And I'm exactly your job is to help me do shit, and my job is to help you do shit. So shut the fuck up, asshole.
Let me jump in. I don't want to lose this phone call talking about tattoos. Here we go. Tim in Wisconsin. Tim.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, Tim.
You guys were talking about tattoos earlier. My cousin, she got pregnant by her boyfriend. I'm sure it wasn't planned, but she ended up she got a miscarriage, so she tattooed the baby, what the baby's name was going to be, and some dates on like her arm or something.
What did she put? What were the dates? 5 o'clock - 5:30.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god. Oh,
talk about wanting to be a victim, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, that's like.
Why would you want to be reminded of something like that?
that's just pathetic.
She just wants to be a victim.
Do you want people to ask
for
about
me,
it?
You know what? You make a good point. People do want to be victims.
I respect
All right,
faded
thanks a lot,
out
guys.
tattoos.
Thanks, Tim.
You know, you get some
like
guy.
old fucking
Old
Marine,
Navy guys.
Yeah.
Navy.
Some merchant marine with a
Yeah.
fucking pair of tits on his arm that faded.
Yeah, the
Can't even
fucking
tell.
shitty. Yeah, the tits are lopsided,
Yeah,
one
it's
small
just-
and and bigger than the other.
A big blue blur.
A mermaid
Some
with
bitch
tits.
with a fucking butterfly on her ankle just to say I'm a little bit crazy.
Well, the guys,
fuck
the
outta
guys that got their tattoos in a port overseas instead of getting it at the local strip mall.
When you were
I
driving.
respect that.
Right? In a way you do.
You
I
respect
got this
that.
when I was in fucking Hong Kong or whatever the fuck.
remember this one.
Right.
I mean, you know, you can get tattoos. I'm not against them, but it's just like you can't get them if you're somebody trying to just make a statement. It's just easy to that's why I respect old gay guys because they were gay
When it
before.
when it was a
like it's
bitch.
almost cool to be a gay guy now. Like it's almost like
You see,
no one fucks with gay guys now.
Remember when you used to see like two guys holding hands? It would be like, "What the fuck?
What the fuck?"
You see it more and more now, where you're not doing the "what the fuck," turning your head fast move
I
anymore.
respect two older, like I respect Miss Jane Hathaway lesbians. Just some old dyke who just.
Was she a lesbian on that show?
well,
Oh well,
Well,
no.
we all
she was
knew,
a
but
lesbian.
Yeah, but-
I think she was after Jethro all the time.
yeah,
I think
who's
it's too
buying that?
easy to
That
be
Jethro
everything
dick.
now. It's just too easy
Yeah.
to be everything. Like you know what I mean? So I'm
Make a point there.
Where do you go? Like that's why I go fuck Twitter. But what am I doing? I'm gonna be a martyr. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the
You're
guy
the
who
one that's
doesn't
not
do it,
gonna do
and no
it.
one cares until I'm
Yeah,
dead.
you're the one that doesn't do it. Everyone else is doing it, and no one cares that you don't do it.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
your rebellion means nothing. I'm just a lonely
Yeah.
fat guy with no Twitters.
What the fuck is wrong with that woman?
It's that's the
Oh, it's
happened?
digitized? Holy shit.
What happened?
Like, I'm just looking at that woman's face, but it's all digitized because,
Sarah Palin looks fucking smoking hot.
She lost weight.
Opie, Twitter me, man, so I can
they fucking
follow you.
gussied her up.
She looks great.
She was too good looking, so they fucked with her so people would vote for her and not think, hey, she's not this bimbo. She's not that. Now
No,
that
it's
she's
just
not.
it's just a bad thing because she's talking to this bitch.
They're going after fucking
I mean,
Letterman
her.
still, man.
Well, she is.
No, but now there's the women's group. Where are we at with that?
Going after.
Hold on a minute.
What?
Women's advocacy group wants an apology from Letterman for the Palin joke.
He made
For
a couple.
Palin
He made a
jokes.
couple of. He made a mistake. He made a joke about. I think she had brought her 14-year-old daughter. He made a couple of jokes about her. One, her daughter was like a hooker, and that she got knocked up by A-Rod. And she's
funny material.
I heard
she's fucking fuming.
In error, it may have been a bad judgment choice.
Yeah.
But it was funny.
Yeah.
And it has context to it because her other daughter is an unwed fucking mother.
Well, they're focusing on the fact that the wrong daughter was in town, but if you're like a joke writer, for Letterman, Palin's in town, okay, what can we do with Palin? Yeah. That's all they're thinking. They're not looking at the itinerary and saying, she's here with the younger daughter.
But they're discredited.
It's just Palin material they're going for.
They're discredited because they went after Obama for the retard thing on Leno. And I'm like, eat my ass. Like, why would you... I'm not going to fall for that banana in the tailpipe, man. I'm not going to be upset when retard doesn't mean some fucking kid who, it doesn't mean Simple Jack. It means, dude, you're a dick. It means I'm a dick I'm an asshole when I bowl.
Yeah,
I'm a retard.
Something up, you're a retard.
Look at this one. I mean, fuck. What was the headline?
There's a 700-pound bitch on TV right now.
I know, but you got to see what the story's about. A girl.
Brutally
yeah, but they just showed the crime, and I can't remember now. She was beat up,
burned with
burned,
cigarettes or something,
and then they cut her hair off in a Chicago park.
Face and scalp were burned with cigarette lighter.
Are these the girls that did it, or are these the girls that had it happen?
Must be the ones. Look at her, big fat lonely girl. She probably got beat up. It's amazing what they're not pointing out, though.
Okay. Is it racial?
I know. I actually might be.
It's some black girl.
White and black beating her up. I can't tell.
That skinny one, boy, is on top of this big meal.
Yeah.
And they just cut her hair.
What'd she do?
I don't know. Probably just was her.
But the thing is this: when David Schuster made his comment about Chelsea Clinton, and they crucified him for it, he got suspended for 2 weeks, and he should not have gotten in trouble for that. And it's just the same thing happening to Letterman. It's like
you know what? It's great for business.
Yes and no.
If he can hang in there.
This is a rough one. Letterman will survive it.
He's going to have to say something.
Oh, he did. He did say he was sorry.
I know, but that wasn't enough because they're still going after him. So he's going to have to say
his apology.
If David Letterman said, "Shut up," how fast would that go away?
Yeah. It wouldn't. I'm telling you, not because she's Sarah Palin, first of all, and she's being vocal. And she's
what does that mean?
She gets a lot of media coverage. She can get the media coverage
not
whenever she
anymore,
wants.
and she's irrelevant.
It's Letterman.
But look at her. They're talking on fucking the Today Show.
They have nothing else to talk about.
So I'm saying she can get media coverage. She can get media coverage, and she can complain. And there's enough people who like her who don't like liberals.
What is she asking?
I don't know, to be honest with you. But I'm saying there's enough people that like her and are Republican that would fucking kick it up a storm.
But what is she? Is she coming on just going like? Is she going? David should do this, or she's just going? Oh, that was. I heard her thing was like, oh, that wasn't right, Mr. Davey Letterman. And then like, what does she want now?
I don't know
what
she wants. But she's attacking him. And she's saying that he was implying he wanted to have sex with a 14-year-old, which is obviously not true. But the bottom line is, to hear that from someone who is just a vice presidential candidate is fucking damaging.
Why wouldn't somebody on the news say, get over it, get a hold of yourself, bitch? Yeah.
Because if somebody made a sex joke about Michelle Obama or a fucking called her a hooker,
true that,
there would be a fucking an outcry, and she's an adult.
She is not. You are not hearing any Michelle Obama-ness going on.
Except by the fucking kid. That's the only one who makes fun of her.
Who's the kid?
Me.
Did you refer to yourself in the third person and not your name, you dick?
Well, no, of course I made fun of her.
What does the kid say?
I made fun of her on Letterman. Her dumb eyes.
Oh, I made fun of her on Red Eye.
Yeah, but
Letterman.
You don't. Nobody is really fucking with her. They used to fuck with Hillary's ankles. They used to fuck with the fact, that she had a lot of pressure on her. And also Sarah Palin, they ruthlessly dogged this bitch.
Yeah.
And no one really...
Do you think Palin's going to be a player?
No.
No way. The Republicans are leaving her.
No. Of course not.
She's goofy.
She still gets a lot of coverage.
They attacked her because she's hot and she's against abortion. She's like a conservative Republican, which just really annoyed people, I think.
I got to go to the phones again. Another tattoo story. Tom in Jersey. Tom.
Hey, it's John. Well, I'm like, I don't want to bring the show down, but I'm like a walking memorial for my wife.
What happened?
We ended up losing. We lost technically 5 babies in 1 year. So
Jesus.
How?
I got my whole back is tattooed up.
What did she have? Septuplets and she miscarried? How did you lose 5 babies?
She had quadruplets and carried them for 6 months, and they lived for like an hour. And then the first baby she lost after 3.
And now you got all these dead babies on your back?
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, he's saying it.
But now, do you have kids too? Do you have other kids?
Yeah, now I have a set of twins.
Wait a minute. So you guys are doing that turkey baster stuff, huh?
Yes and no. It was a lot of medicine, but
Now, do you got little faces on your back?
no, I wanted to get that done.
Oh.
No, I got it's all crosses.
Oh, my
Like,
You got a
the
little
whole
cemetery on your
situation.
fucking back.
And that's just. And can I ask you a question? What is that for? Like, what is the absolute ending purpose for that?
It's not like closure. It's just it's just something that reminds you to keep going.
Hey, you can't. And plus, look, I don't know what it's like to lose a baby. So it's like you're kind of bringing them with you everywhere you go in a weird way. It's not, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, they're still here in some way.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, who are we to say? If it helps you out.
Yeah, if you lose a kid, that's fucking.
No, I'm not judging it. It's just like why? Like
I could just
why
say
do
for
you do it?
myself that would be rough to do. But, I mean, if it helps people to, move on or
This-
move
you
forward
can't-
or whatever.
It'll feel better.
You
Yeah.
can't get a tattoo for everything, you know.
No, like now the two that are living, I got their footprints in a special way. I had to get their actuals on my
Enough with
hand.
your fucking tattoos.
You get something fun
God,
next
come
time, sir.
on.
Yeah, go for a fun tattoo.
Holy
Get
shit,
a-
yeah,
get a-
like a skull.
How about a mermaid blowing a demon? Something silly.
Christ on
Actually,
a pony.
Get a
I might
koi.
get a wow sticker. I might get a wow sticker tattooed to me. I haven't-
Good boy.
I haven't picked the right
Now
spot.
we're talking.
I've seen a couple of tattoos of my signature, which was very odd. Guys have had me sign their arms, and they send me a photo of the tattoo that they got with my name signed on
You
it.
fucking secretly
That's not
love
a
that
bad
too.
idea either.
Who wouldn't?
Fucking
But
egomaniac.
dude,
I think
anybody
it's
would love
crazy.
that, but it's bizarre. It's
I think
bizarre.
It's bizarre.
It's
yeah.
not a tattoo.
Look what I
It
did.
was just
like,
a Sharpie.
No.
They didn't yeah, come on.
No.
You got to sit through the pain. You got to sit through the pain.
All right, Tom, thank you.
Thanks.
I want someone to tattoo my name on their face. $10.
And the thing is, somebody might do, you hear it and you go, and somebody has that kind of shit on them, and they go, you think that's, it's like, look, man, that's for you.
Yeah.
Like, don't force me. Let me tell you something. You show me, if you show me his back
Yeah.
to make me feel, I'd be like, all he can expect is lies
Yeah,
from
yeah.
me. Like,
wow.
yeah. And I'll be
Sorry
trying to
about
figure
that.
out how long to. It's like, that's
go like,
your
oh,
fucking
damn, that's-
situation, man.
Damn, that's.
It ain't got nothing to do with empathy or anything. It's just, what the fuck
Oh,
do you want
shit.
me to do?
Is that real?
What is it, Ed?
A tattoo.
This cruddy bitch with a dick on her
Dick
chest.
and it says dick sucker.
She's probably a hooker.
A dick going right up her
What a
cleavage,
cruddy mistake
up
that
to
is.
her neck.
And
it's
black people got to
coming.
be very careful with our tattoos because of keloiding and the fact that we can't get those good colors.
The fact you're dark with dark ink, yeah, they all look like gel tattoos because it's dark.
It's
There are
what the
some-
fuck? It's
Can they
just-
get white ink? Why can't they get white ink?
It would look
Doesn't
awful.
work very well.
No.
I think
wouldn't.
it comes up gray or something.
Yeah, it
Well, how about they fix it?
The color doesn't.
They can make a dick a pussy. Jesus
Let
Christ.
me see that horrible one, Danny. Let me see that favorite. That's my favorite horrible tattoo. Look at this guy in loving memory. Look at the picture of it, and look at the horrible job.
What did she die as? A demon? That is terrible.
They don't know how to do teeth in tattoos.
No, some people are really fucking good at
Some-
doing portrait
yeah.
tats.
That's because
But the teeth fuck it up.
That isn't an example of somebody that's
Yeah.
good.
Nobody wants to see flesh-colored teeth.
Yeah.
Flesh-colored teeth give everyone the creeps with dark outline. My teeth are flesh-colored. Nobody wants skin teeth.
Let me go to Kat. Kat, what's up?
Hey, I was watching the Today Show today, and Sarah Palin was saying that she was upset because this is lowering the self-esteem of young women today. But as I remember, I had low self-esteem in the 90s. My mom had low self-esteem in the 60s. And I'm sure if I asked my grandma or great-grandma, they had low self-esteem back in the 1800s. So I don't know why Sarah Palin is trying to make everything seem so rosy.
Well, it's like this. You can't blame Sarah Palin for sounding off about this anymore. I don't like Hillary, but I didn't blame her for trashing MSNBC. You know, when it's your daughter, you kind of got the right to talk a lot of shit about it. I don't,
Yeah, the claws
Hillary
come
did.
out.
I felt the same way when Hillary did it.
Yeah.
But the thing is
Look,
that she's saying rape jokes are the reason why girls are having low self-esteem. And you know what? I'm sorry. Anything to do with rape, it's a joke. Laugh at it. If you're not going to laugh at it, you're going to
Can
cry
I ask you
about
a quick
it.
question?
You know what?
Can
Palin should speak her mind, obviously, and then just move on. I mean, what, you want Letterman fired or
we
something?
discuss this really quick for
Enough.
like a minute?
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just generalizing. Like, what does she want in the end? You know, she didn't like the joke. All right, speak your mind, get your point out, and that's it. That's how it should work in America.
Can I say this?
End of story.
Is this you?
Can I go on a limb?
Is this you, Kat?
Yes.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good.
Who's Kat?
I don't know, Kat.
I'm the abortion doctor.
abortion doctor.
Oh,
Remember
the good egg.
She was up in the studio.
Can I ask? Can you tell
back
me
in
why?
when we used to have live audience.
Why women? Just really, why do they suck?
Why do they
like,
suck?
why are they just not? There's not one that you go, this bitch is a bad. Like, why are they just awful? Unfucking fun. Not interesting.
Wow.
Why the fuck are they awful? Why can't I watch women's basketball? Why can't I listen to a woman rapper? Women singers I can get with.
Yeah.
A good woman singer. Other than that, what the fuck?
You don't like Lil' Kim? Come on, I like Lil' Kim.
Stop it.
I do.
She looks like Mickey Rourke now.
What woman's sport would you watch?
I watch women's volleyball for the jack off reasons.
Yeah. But what woman's sport?
Athletically?
Yeah, what would you watch that women
Darts
do?
Or pool or bowling.
I'm trying to think. Would there be a sport I would watch for the
if it's not sex
oh,
appeal?
yeah, you got to take that out.
Boxing. I'd love to see two chicks fucking duking it out.
None.
The WNBA?
MMA shit, kickboxing. I watch girls.
I'm going to tell you why. Because they're always trying to do it like men. And it just looks like inferior. It looks like children.
It's like Olympic stuff.
Yeah, it's just that
they can do Olympic.
Anything they do that running is good to watch them run against other women.
You know what's pissing me off about the NBA Finals, and we've talked about it on this show? The female sideline reporter. There's a million NBA guys that would love that gig that aren't playing anymore, that know the sport. And instead, they go to the sideline, whether it's in a football game or a basketball game, whatnot.
Well, let me ask you, what's the problem with the woman sideline reporter? That's my question. There's something just wrong.
Because I want to listen to a guy that might have played. You know what I mean?
But see, the argument is they know what they're talking about and they know what questions to ask. But it's like Craig Sager. What's the difference between how he asks a question
you know what?
and how a lady asks a question?
I'm not a fan of his either.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd rather see an old NBA player out there.
But you still go, I'd rather watch Craig Sager.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's like some old.
The lesser of two evils, but
you just don't care.
But also, it's a white chick, and I'm like, what do you know about the NBA?
And you're just there, and this dude is sweating.
Like announcers, the excuse is they went to some kind of school for that or whatever, and learned their trade. I don't know. The sideline reporter.
But why is it bad? See, that's where you're not digging deep. Why is it bad?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe because
that's the question. Why the fuck?
Maybe because they're invading a man's world or something. Like
when
you're watching an NBA game. I don't know.
I want a woman to invade my fucking world and not suck.
Girls always complain about sports. They never, growing up, participated in sports conversations. They were never fun about sports. They never encouraged sports growing up, ever. And now all of a sudden they see a gig and they want to be a part of it, and it's annoying.
I'll answer the question. I think
I like that answer.
I think the guys aren't being real because a woman is interviewing them.
Well, the question they asked, it goes back to what are they going to say?
It goes back to the women in the locker room, and all of a sudden, they
were on TV, Opie, and they're asking them. So they asked him a goofy question like, "You had a great game. How'd you have it?" It's not like he can go. Now, if he wasn't a girl, here's how I would answer. Yo, motherfucker, nigga, when I dunked it on that dude, you know what I'm saying? He's going to say the same cornball shit he says to a woman.
I have a feeling they hold back a little bit. For whatever reason.
Nah. They're corny because it's on camera.
I think as a girl asking a question, a woman asking a question, you don't feel like she gives a shit about the answer. Like, she's only asking because that's her gig, and she got that gig because she's a woman and complained that she wanted the gig. Whereas a guy's asking, that's in your life, you have guys that go, how the fuck did you do that? And you go,
right.
In real life, a chick never comes up and goes, how did you fucking steal second that good? Or how did you hit that free throw? It just doesn't happen.
You almost feel like she doesn't even understand the questions she's asking.
That's why I love Charles Barkley. Do you know Charles Barkley's one of the biggest womanizers? I didn't know it until recently, where he goes against this girl doing push-ups, and she's like serious, and she's doing good push-ups. She does about 34, and so Barkley does 35 just to beat her. And then he's laughing at her,
hurting
right?
35 though, right?
Nah,
the last few was
he's good. He's a strong guy, man. And at the end of the day, right? Kenny Smith goes, "Hey Charles," he sends him up. He goes, "Charles, how come you don't buy women watches?" He goes, "Because there's a clock on the stove." I almost shit my pants.
That is a good one.
It's so fucking fun because that's what we did growing up. We teased girls. Yep. We pointed at them and laughed at them.
On the stove.
It's so awful. But all of a sudden, it's like I have to pretend I want to listen to fucking Janice Salupi talk to me. Like, it just ain't real.
How did Charles get his job back so fast? That's how talented he is.
Because
that's how valuable he is.
No, it's the same way. It's why David Letterman should tell Sarah Palin to go shut the fuck up. Charles said, look, I got caught drinking and driving. I was going to cheat on my woman. I got bopped. I was drunk and going to get some side pussy. And I got bopped. It is what it is. I'm going to take a break. And when he came back, the first thing he said was, look, I'm going to say sorry now. I don't want to hear no more shit.
And that's it.
I don't give a fuck. I fucked up, and I gamble. It's my money. Like, shut the fuck. Charles is basically like, fuck you. And that's how you set him. I always said this shit about Michael Richards and Pee Wee Herman are the poster childs for being phony. Look, would I ever take a job on the Disney Channel? No. I just know that it's possible I can jerk off or call somebody a nigga. It's it's like you do things that are up your alley. You know what I'm saying? You have a job where you can tease, you can joke about you fucking young bitches. Can't do that if you're on That's So Raven or the Jonas Brothers.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The Jonas Brothers can't fuck up ever.
All right, listen.
Ever.
They do something.
Break it in.
Yeah.
MC Hammer's here.
Oh.
We're going to take a quick break.
Great MC Hammer.
We're going to talk to MC Hammer. And then we're going to get the fuck out of here. Patrice
Hammer.
O'Neill's at Comics tonight and tomorrow. Let me get through this. COMIXNY.com or 212-524-2500 for tickets. Downtown. It's a great club. We've been there a bunch. And on Twitter, it's Big Mama Prods.
Yeah, man.
To follow Patrice O'Neill.
Say it with love, nigga.
Big Mama Prods.
I'm going to be following Opie Radio now.
Yeah, we'll do a little back and forth.
Good numbers, too, by the way, sweetie.
Well, because I'm
40 G's?
Well, I'm a whore, though. I mean, I'm just whoring.
How many numbers you got there, Ant?
Quick break. We got a break.
I got half that many.
Yeah, but he's doing.
I don't Twitter that much.
But he's doing something else.
I'm doing a TV thing.
I think Hammer has 950,000.
Keep it quiet, but
I'm kidding.
I just keep it
all quiet. Ant does a nice podcast from his house. We're allowed to mention that.
Do you?
We just shouldn't be talking too much about it. So we're doing different things on the side. It's nice.
What's going on now?
MC Hammer next. As MC Hammer makes his way into the studio.
Yeah, he hasn't heard this enough.
He probably has.
Oh, literal Jim.
I got to apologize right off the bat. They're playing like Can't Touch This. I'm sure you
heard it
it way too much, right?
I mean, but it's my record, though. Come on, everybody in this business got an ego, baby. you stroke the ego,
All right.
Let me tell you something. How
all right.
goddamn sick of you of people in goddamn chromium pants dancing around at every friggin' news thing that you're doing. I'm laughing my balls off.
No. I'm not laughing the same as you laughing. I like to see them dancing in the pants. Are you kidding me? I like to see them dancing in the pants. You got to be kidding me.
Why? Because do you think it's funny just to watch them being terrible at it, or because?
No, it's more. It's just it's flattering.
No one could really. No one could do it as well. That's the problem.
They do their thing, man.
Yeah,
dancing is subjective.
Well, we're not going to do it here, MC.
Yeah, I think
Wait. That's part of the deal.
We're not going to.
That's part of the deal. I'm not coming in doing nothing unless you're going to get down in the pants. I brought 4 or 5 pair with me, so
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right,
Everybody's got to wear the pants. Jesus.
So we're promoting what? Hammer Time. It's going to be on A&E, 10 p.m. on Sunday.
We're promoting what? Yeah.
No, I'll tell you. I'll be completely honest with you. I didn't know what the hell you were up to until 2 days ago. I told you outside the studio they had a flash mob video. That went online. It's viral. It's unbelievable. And then all of a sudden I know all about Hammer Time now.
Well, thank God for that viral video. We don't want to have you out of the loop here. We're trying to do things.
But it was beautiful marketing. Really quick for the people that haven't seen it. It's some kind of clothing store in L.A. Mm-hmm. You know the mob thing where all of a sudden everyone shows up at the same time.
Yeah. And
there's people in the store, and next thing you know, the door opens, and how many people? 200 easy?
Yeah, it looks like about 200 people.
Maybe 200 people, and they're doing the dance and everything and freaking out at everybody, and then there's a line dance that goes on, and then all of a sudden someone blows a whistle, and these people are gone.
Yeah.
And the people left going, what the fuck is this? And that's what I said at home, and then I'm like, oh, okay, he's doing a reality show. Right?
Hey, man, thank God for that, because I can't have you out of the loop. You know, you're important in this big picture here. You know, yeah. So the video, it
was pretty cool.
It's been 4 days. It has 1 million views already, so it went viral really quickly, and people relate to the video. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
So how were you approached to do the show? Like, because you're kind of out of the picture for a little while there.
Well, 7, maybe 8 years ago, I did the original Surreal Life.
That's 7 years ago already?
Yeah, 7 years ago.
Damn.
And while we were doing that show, I got offered a actual sitcom out of that, because they see I got it. I got it pretty quickly, and it was over at Warner Brothers, and at that time the president changed, and so we didn't do anything. And but the guys who did that show with me ended up becoming the biggest producers of reality TV in the business. So they ended up doing the whole block for VH1, the Flavor of Love, New York, all the same guys. They
Abrego?
Chris Abrego and Mark Cronin, and I'm leaving out somebody.
Who was with you on that? Was that the Webster year?
Yeah, that was
Webster year.
I love that. I love the original Surreal.
That was the original one. Yeah,
it was the Webster year, and was
Vince
Tammy Faye
Neal
Baker was on that one?
No, Vince Neal, Corey Feldman.
All right.
Manuel Lewis. Yeah, but that was the year.
And
so
that
was
was
the first
when
show.
you went off about the sushi on the girl.
Right.
They had sushi on the naked girl, and Hammer wasn't having it.
Right.
We were like, hold on, man. I ain't getting down with all that, man. Y'all exploiting her. So anyway,
you're not in exploiting women, Hammer?
Not like that,
I'm
man.
out of here, man.
Only personal. Look at personal. No, I ain't in that. I don't believe in that. You know that.
Well,
exploiting the women.
But
anyway,
one of those videos we were just watching, though.
Except for 357 back in the day. I'm messing with you. What are they doing?
Wait.
And the two big MC, what are they doing?
Okay, hold on. Chain of thought, man. Hold on. Don't digress, man. Keep chain of thought. Focus, man. Y'all focus in here.
We've been wanting to say that to Patrice for years. Thank you, MC.
Hey, no, so I'm only saying that to
Tell
say.
him to breathe, too. Because that will help the show as well.
I just wanted to see if he had another two big MC. I thought I'd try to be that.
I
love two big MC.
We hold auditions for that right after this, and you better be ready since you put it out there now. But no, so anyway, I made a decision that I wouldn't do reality unless I had creative control. Unless I could be executive producer, creator of the show, I wouldn't do it. So I got offered shows for the last 6-7 years all the time. I said no. And about a year and some change ago, Andy approached me, and they gave me a call and said, Hammer, would you be interested in doing a show with us? We've been doing some research, your demographics, blah, blah, blah. And I said, under these circumstances, these parameters, I would be interested. And we cut the deal, and it still took another year to get the language right, because I wanted to make sure that the language is right. So that's the genesis of how this show came about.
What is it about you that makes you, people are fascinated by you. There's been a lot of rappers who have been successful, who have put out a lot of albums, but people have had a long-standing fascination with you. Is it because you were perceived to have been doing really well and then not doing well? Or what is it that people are they can't get enough of you?
He was famous.
No, but it's more than that with him. He
was famous. No rapper was famous.
No, people are not. People don't want to see LL Cool J.
I'm letting them go back and forth.
Yeah.
Work it out, guys. Work it out.
Let me answer this for you.
Work it out. Go ahead. Work it out. Work it out. Work it out. Work it out.
But of course he was. That's why I said there's been a lot of rappers. I didn't say you're the only guy that ever do that, but there's been a lot of rappers.
No,
so
Kelly, not famous.
Nobody's asking KRS-One to do a reality show.
Because KRS-One wasn't famous.
He was famous, but not as famous.
Famous. There's no such thing as famous. Hammer had a show. He had 100 guys on. He wasn't a rapper.
He's right
in
here.
terms of
yeah, exactly. He's not dead.
I'm letting them work it out, man. Work it out.
Hammer, you wasn't a rapper he was famous. That's what it was. He was famous.
Yes, he was famous.
Hammer was the first famous rapper.
No, he wasn't.
There was
he was very
else.
famous, but not the first. Run DMC. They weren't famous?
They weren't famous till after, I would argue, till
they
after
were very
Walk
famous.
This Way, but he was...
Oh, wow.
LL Cool J was famous?
No.
Mainstream fame you're talking about?
I'm talking Fab Five Freddy, motherfucker.
I'm just saying, it was a phenomenon, dude.
FC Hammer's just going to watch us argue now.
So, hey, at any point, you guys, if
what's your opinion on the matter?
Would you consider any other rapper to be a phenomenon like you, Hammer? You a phenomenon.
That's not,
if you can stand on the outside and look at not you.
It ain't my, I should say, it's not my style to compliment, I don't want to fan my own play. disclaimer. But what I'm saying is, by the way, for the first time, I even addressed my perspective on all of it from a business perspective. I did it with allhiphop.com and video wise, and they're gonna release it this weekend. But I actually put everything in proper perspective for the first time and I articulate some of the things that you are saying from my perspective. So, the third person, the Hammer thing. At one point, second album. Keep in mind, my first album sold 3 million copies. So when I became a quote unquote popular artist, there was a foundation that was laid already of triple platinum album, and I had already gone from an opener to a closer on my first album. So it was not like I came out of nowhere. With the second album, when I hit number one, I hit number one in January, and in the summer, in July, I was still number one. You have to really put that in perspective. Just understand what you know about radio. Records come out every Tuesday, and there's a staff of people who are responsible for getting records to number one, and that's their job. They had to come and tell the boss every week from January to July, who's number one this week? MC Hammer? February.
What was the big song from that album?
I'm gonna make a point. So we go all the way through that. So I picked up a lot of competitors and enemies along the way. Marketing budgets. At one point, it became the other 5 labels' marketing budgets versus Hammer and his labels' marketing.
Hammer campaign.
Exactly. That's the point I'm making. So when you say what's the fascination, you got to understand that I took on the entire music business as one artist for a half a year. And in other words, literally millions of marketing dollars versus just our marketing budget. And it was, how can we fight the Hammer?
Was that too legit
movement?
To quit time?
No, that came secondly, but that was the tail end of the attack because the first one failed. So the first one is like, how do we take on Hammer? Oh, okay. At the end of that one, he sold 10 million records just on that album, so they lost that one. So with the Too Legit to Quit album, they started early. So it was like...
that was a third album.
That was a third album.
Oh, that was before the destruction. Too Legit to Quit was after the destruction.
Wait. I know where you're going. What was the hit off the second album? That's what we're all lost.
That was Can't Touch This.
No.
Yes, it was. Second album's Can't Touch This.
What's the hit off the first album?
First album sold 3 million.
Turn this mother out. Let's get it started. Ring them. They put me in a mix. All the records came on my first. I had 6 known records off my first album and 5 videos. So when you ask what is it, it's a lot. It's a lot. If you just put on a Hammer mix right now, you're going to go through 20 songs that people actually know. One just is so far above the others, but there's 20 songs that I do in concert. My song Adam's Groove from the Addams Family movie.
Holy Mother of Jesus!
I forgot about that one.
That song.
I forgot about that monster.
That one itself sold, and I quote, 4 million singles. Just that one. Jeez. Just that song.
Wow.
And that's off the Too Legit to Quit.
Did you see his first video? The one that was shot. The one that put him on the.
Yeah.
It was shot like a. I think Turner's Mother. No.
What, Too Legit?
The one
this
that
album?
was shot looked like it was shot like an unfinished construction site kind of thing. It was real raw. The one where you Oaktown 357.
Oh, that's off the first album.
It wasn't. I forgot, but it was. It put him on the map. It was like.
So just to put that in perspective, keep in mind this all began in '88. Yeah. So that's the other thing that you have to understand. From 88 till 94,
bumps in the rumps?
Exactly. They said with that one he's definitely finished because he's only sold about 1.7 million.
You should have sold thongs after that. Holy shit, we couldn't stop looking at the thong.
So that one I'm saying the 2 platinum singles off of that one was It's All Good and Pumps in the Bump. So anyway, so that's what it is. It's a combination of years and years of hits, years and years of touring, millions of records, and affiliated with movies and a whole lot of stuff.
I want you to back up for a second. When you're on the level you were and you sell 1.8 million, they look at that as like a failure almost, right? Like it was a bust.
Yeah, but they can't.
Which is insane.
I'm saying, but I'm from the inside out, not outside in. So, but you're right. You're right. They say, hey, for you, What do you mean for me? Your record right next to mine, same store. What you mean? Here they
for
come.
you, MC Hammer, it's another hit, obviously.
Yeah, I'm saying
1.8 million of anything is unbelievable, but when you're on the level you were at, they're like, it was a flop. See, he's done.
Yeah, well, you can't fool me with that.
You're done after selling 1.8 million. That's ridiculous.
Right. Well, and I knew that at that time because I know that. I mean, your record is this is the argument I always have with anybody. Wait a minute, did you make a record at the same time I made one? Okay, did you put yours in the same stores? You did? Oh, same aisle? So they came in, and here's the acid test. When they went in their wallet, they brought their money out and say, I'll take one of those. And yours that you classified as all different type of nomenclatures you put on it to justify it not selling. It's oh, no, this here over here, this is what you call classic right here. This right here is real unique. We giving it to them raw. Whatever it is, it mean it don't sell. That's what it means. When that money come out that wallet, they say, I'll take this home, and this, it resonates with my family with me, and we enjoy it. So those kind of battles that I fought early on also contribute to my longevity in the long run. So.
The other thing I want to mention, when you first started, too, you were selling your own records out of the hood of your car, right?
Yeah.
Trunk. The trunk. Sorry.
Want a spark plug or a CD?
This whole room hasn't slept. We all stayed up all night. We had things last night. But, out of the trunk of your car, you were selling your own albums.
Yeah, I started off selling the records out the trunk. I went to all the music events. So even 2 years before that, I came here to New York in 1986, went to the Latin Quarters where all the rappers were, doing their thing. And I announced myself as I'm next, man. I'm next. And of course, it was like, yeah, right. And so that led to the Turn This Mother Out song when I said, man, I'm getting some momentum here. I'm hitting in Cleveland. I'm hitting in Detroit, but Hammer, you ain't hitting in New York. I wrote that myself because I'm saying I'm not satisfied until I take on New York. And I imagine that from the West Coast, from Oakland.
But it was your
challenge in New York
to be here in New York. Because I remember I was, I was 18 when Hammer came out, so I was essentially adult. And the thing is, it was the visual that got people love Hammer. He did the Running Man first. He did he did a lot of stuff first. Yeah. And I'm telling you, the visual with the hook, it was Hammer. He was a phenomenon back then. I'm telling you.
You ain't got to tell me. I
mean, it's amazing. But let me ask you: if you come out with something else, are you retired from music?
Are you kidding me? The melodies never stop. So I'm only saying.
Are you going to have to dance? Are you going to dance though? You got to be. What are you? 76? Hammer's pliers now.
I'm about to swing on him. I'm going to swing on him. Hold on.
I'm just saying,
I'm cold with these. I'm cold.
You didn't comment on how good the skin looking, man. Some Vino, man. Hammer's in great shape,
man.
Thank you.
Hammer's in good shape.
Yeah, I mean, he started in 86. He doesn't look old enough to start in 86. Right? Well, how old are you, Hammer? Do you say?
No, I do. Of course, I'm proud. I'm 47. Yeah, I'm very proud because it ain't no 22, 24 years old, 25-year-olds who do what we do, the music business. They not in this kind of shape. They get drunk, stay high too much. They can't hit the hip. They can't do it. I lift 80s for breakfast. I curl 80s for breakfast. So So anyway, I enjoy working out. I enjoy dancing. I just did a show in Detroit a couple weeks ago. I got Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas. June 20th, 5 days weekend. I perform all the time.
I must say, it's not pathetic. Like you see, you might see an old Temptations reunion.
Hey, leave the Temptations alone.
It's not like Hammer. You did something where you had a fur coat on something. You just did a little cameo.
I think it might have been BET Awards. 25th anniversary.
And people get mesmerized. He can't a little fur coat, and he only did a little hammering.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And it wasn't pathetic. It was like. You go, holy, Hammer still got it.
Appreciate Hammer. That. I love dancing. I do.
Well, and people root for you too. Like people just root for it, dude. People, it's just because in the hood you just go. You know the story, and the hood talks. Like I don't know how white people end up in the position they are in terms of fame. Like when you talk
it's all the grand conspiracy.
Yeah. Put it this way.
God puts us there.
Like the rise and the fall and the rise of Led Zeppelin or something. I'm just putting the word out.
Aerosmith's a good one.
Everyone knows the Hammer, the thing with Hammer.
Right.
So it's just interesting, man. And it's like you just go, man. You just know what people are saying.
Yeah.
at a particular time in a particular way, and you just go that BET thing. You just go Ham and pulled had his fur coat, and they just went boom, and he just did 2 things.
Yeah,
and people were like, God, holy shit!
Now you got the TV show. What level of like your life are we going to see here? Is this pretty uncensored as far as what you do? What are we going to be seeing?
Well, we introduced a man. So what I mean by that is and by the way, everything that I've said, so far in this interview, none of it was to be self-serving. I was just trying to describe the scenario, of my career and why you were debating and I was listening on, he was famous. I was trying to.
But no, I wasn't saying that you weren't famous.
No. Okay. I was just trying to quantify. How. So
I think it came across.
I don't know. Believe it or not, I hate tooting my own horn. It's not my thing. I just like to. I like to perform. But so on the show. One of the reasons why I said yes is because nobody really knows me outside of the music. Yep. And my friends and my business partners have complained for 12 years as if it's my fault. They'll go in there and they'll say, Hammer, why do you when you go on radio, why do you talk like that? Why won't you let them see the business acumen or the man? I said, well, it's not the right place. There's not enough time. I'm on the next guy's zone. So with the show, I get to show the father, the uncle that I am, the brother, the businessman. I do a panel at the MIT Stanford Lab. In the last 2 months right now, I've lectured at Stanford on social media, Harvard on social media. I'm an early adopter of social media platforms. I've been going to Google for the last 6-7 years.
What's social media, by the way? I don't know.
I'll explain. But I'm saying, I've been doing these things for quite a while.
I don't know what it is. He's saying words. I don't like how Hammer's just.
I just like how he shuts you up.
I like how we can Hammer.
We can learn from
that.
But he has a way of just shutting you up.
No, I just got to finish my thought. I'm going to finish my thought. I ain't shutting them off. I'm just finishing my thought. So what I'm saying is, I had a love for technology early on. It was I wanted to figure out how to get my videos on the internet. Right. So I had to learn this stuff.
There's a lot going on.
All right. So social media.
Hey, where'd you get your hat? You see how that is?
Oh, there we go.
The same question.
All we're saying is Mr. Hammer was trying to make a point, and he didn't let him make his point.
Get him.
Well, he's on Twitter. He's a big Twitter guy.
No, see, I like how you try to avoid. I'm real fast. I got that. I got that. I won't pull the cover off. All right. He's a big Twitter guy.
Is that bad?
So what do I? I won't do it to you. I won't do it to you. I won't do it. You know. Right?
What are you gonna do to him?
He knows.
He's gonna beat me up.
So I'm a big Twitter guy. Yes, I was an early adopter of Twitter. I actually. The founders invited me to come speak on my business idea of monetization of the platform a month ago, which I had actually approached them a year ago to say, here's some things that we'll be able to do in the music business with this platform ultimately, which include, I have a show at Radio City Music Hall. You should be able to just click here. And that ticket goes right to the phone, to the emails, done. Right. So the challenge, and what's scary for a lot of business people, unbeknownst to many, is that the distance between creation of content and the consumer has shortened drastically. So you put the music on, you like the song. I start talking about my concert. As of today, I'll use myself for example. I'm probably at 800,000 followers. So let's just say that 20,000 of them or 50,000 of them are here in New York. I'm only trying to sell 4,000 seats at the Radio City Music Hall. I announce my concert. I sell the tickets all from my phone. We're done. Oh, I didn't buy no commercials. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Do that. Yeah. Maybe I'll circle back to that in a few years.
It's like iTunes cutting the commercial, cutting the record industry out. You're cutting all these middlemen out.
It's all and it's done. It's not like maybe it'll happen. It's done.
It's happening.
It's done. Yeah. It's done. So the things that we need to do to just finish the transactional things, those they already exist, and we just move them over and we integrate them into the interface. So. That's the kind of stuff that I like to stay on top of because the music industry is very slow to adopt to new technology, and it kills them. And I'm a music guy. So if you want, as a business, get in early, I'll do it as an individual.
It has, yeah.
So I don't know what that got to do with Hammer Time, but.
Well, I don't even know how to ask this, but you seem like you're a great businessman. You have a great head on your shoulders. So what happened?
What
famous
happened?
Behind the Music where we all saw like, holy shit, Hammer was on top of the world, lost it all, and now obviously has brought it right back up.
Well,
but what happened in that time where like you were losing your way?
Loyalty.
I would say you two things that you said earlier. One, you said how big the show is.
Right.
Well, the show is a business, and behind the show is another layer of business. I mean, the support team, and behind the music the label is another support team. So it's real simple. You never heard me on the radio or television or any other existing mediums complaining about how the rise and fall of MC Hammer, he pissed it all off. Whatever, however you know.
It did become kind of a.
That's all we know.
Xerox.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. And you never.
That guy pulled a hammer.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And what I did.
But
it's true. It's true. No, but it's true.
Right.
It's true.
What, he was dancing?
No. So I was very aware of,
right.
and I just listened, and I said, wow, because there were two chain of thoughts for me. One is that it's not like you don't really know. It wasn't no secret. Like, everybody knew that I had 200 employees. It wasn't no secret. So what you think? I was paying them in the hamburgers? So you know somebody was paying that payroll, and it wasn't falling. So I was doing that. So if you wanted to now say the story is MC Hammer just pissed his money off when you knew that I was employing 200 people from my community, it said more about you than it did about me. So I didn't go on the radio to defend that. Because if you every now and then somebody would say, after the sensational part of it, they said, he took care of a lot of people. But anyway, we're going right next to the next commercial. So I said, wow, this is very interesting to me. So if a guy that in the middle of the crack era, when everybody was dying, machine guns everywhere, decided he wanted to try to pull some guys out of that, if his fate is to be the guy who we're going to introduce for the next 14 years is, hey, we're going to talk about MC Hammer next, how he pissed off 30 million. Man, that's what you get for trying to contribute to the community. But the guy who might be known for exploiting, and of course, we got our man right now with the hottest record in the world coming on next. He says every in the country needs to drop down now and suck here. Coming up next, our hero. I said, I need to let them do that. And I'm going somewhere else for a while because that fight I'm not fighting. That's a personal fight. That's your perspective on life, the world, and how you see things. I can't fight that. You got to have what you want. Some people love this. Some people love that.
Never heard your perspective on that whole thing. Only heard other people's
I never did.
Story, yeah.
I never did. For the first time.
Nobody.
This is the first time on our Dopey show.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying I never did it because I didn't need to.
Did people take advantage of you? People take advantage of your loyalty, your good nature?
They didn't take advantage of me because even as you hear me speak, and not to pat myself on the back, but you can see I'm a pretty smart guy. Yeah. So it was not like you was doing a shell game in front of me and I'm picking the wrong P or something. 3-card Molly.
No, I just mean with 200 people, it's a little easier to hide stuff with that many people.
It's a different.
There's a loyalty, but I also think
it's not loyalty in this case per se.
But you're also on a really high level, so when that level started to drop a little bit, it made it tougher to take care of all these people.
We just talking about revenue generation. It's not real complicated. Are you making enough money to sustain the business? It's not. It's not that. So. But from my perspective, it was loyalty, but I just wanted to do loyalty with the interpretation of it. We were dying. This is the real thing. It's not fake. Go and look at the murder rate in my city at the time. My city became very famous for being in the top 3 in homicides. That's where I lived. That's where I grew up my entire life. I didn't grow up somewhere else. Some of the people that were dying were my classmates, my neighbors. So when I had the Hammer thing, I would literally call home. I'd be on the road. I'd call home and somebody say, hey, what John doing? What you mean what John doing? John dead. I said, what you mean John is dead? I just talked to him 2 weeks ago. He said, yeah, John dead and Sam killed him. Sam lived 2 houses down from John killed him? Over what? Well, blah, 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 blah. So I said, well, let me speak to Sam then. Hey, Sam, man, check this out, man. Why? Well, blah, blah, blah. I said, why don't you come out here on the road with me, man? I can give you $30,000 a year. I can't give you what you're making on the block. But, man, I can't have you keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you killing the very cats we grew up with. Well, 10 turned to 20, 20 turned to 30. I'm cool with that. I was cool with that because the amount of money that I was generating was worth the lives to me. Now, in retrospect, for the sake of story, I always say, Hammer, if you had to do it all over again, wouldn't you? Come on, Hammer, just say you kept some of that money. I say, yeah, if I had to do all over again, I would absolutely, put some of that money in the bank and all that. But the real truth is, not in exchange for the lives that lived, I wouldn't do it. I always knew that I could generate money. Right. I had my first job at 8, at 9. It's very documented. You can go to my Twitter right now and pull up a picture of me and Hank Aaron. It says the two hammers finally meet. You know what the date of the picture says? 1975.
Yeah, I've seen that.
In 1975, I was already in my 3rd year of a job. I've been an entrepreneur from day one, so I'm not ever concerned about generating money, but I got caught up in my humanity.
So just to summarize, you decided to go down with the ship.
Yeah,
you didn't have
made
to go
a
down with
choice.
the ship.
I didn't have to. They pulled me
You
in.
could have let those guys.
You should have
quote,
told
die.
30 guys with shiny pants,
right.
get out.
That's probably very true.
You see that move we did last show? Do that right out there.
Keep going with that. When we get to running man to the left, just don't come back.
Do that tippy toe move to the left and keep doing it. Someone will hold the door for you.
Dance left until you hit water.
And keep going, right?
Loyalty.
There's something else that has to be said. I think you also were taking a gamble too. Like, all right, I see that this thing is sinking, but I'm just one song away from bringing this whole damn thing right back up.
As if you were in my brain,
right?
I absolutely felt that way. I felt like
because you're way too smart to just watch it.
No,
sink.
I actually did.
The whole
think
time
that.
You were probably thinking, all right,
one more hit,
one song, one of this.
We go right back out on the road. I generate more money. And everything is cool. Well, it didn't happen like that. So that was the difference between, being able to sustain it long enough between hits, because I made a decision that was the craziest thing from a business perspective, probably in the history of touring. When we come off the road, what are you guys going to do? Well, I heard the mumbling. What you mean? What you think we going to do? We going to go get some of these keys and get to work. Keep it moving. I was like,
was you worried? These guys around you?
Yeah, well, yeah, they was around me. But
no, but I'm saying the dudes
about the guys,
the gangsters that you had around you, did that make you a little nervous?
Well, no, because I'm kind of, I know how to switch my hats, man. So, well,
hammered means something else than we always started, man.
Yeah, I know. I ain't never had a problem with that ever. So we all grew up in the same way you ended up with that mentality. I ended up, but I decided not to access it. Immediately when I'm angry, it's not my first option.
Right.
So, but I made the decision. I was like, man, when we off the road, no, don't do that, because one, we back in the same hole again. I ain't got time for these funerals. I'm tired of it. I'm not doing it. So I'm gonna keep y'all on the payroll even when we not on the road.
That's
so
expensive.
I paid the same amount of money when I was off the road as I did when I was on. It was a very conscious decision, and it was, in hindsight, from many perspectives, you'll say, man, you shouldn't have did that. And again, I wrestle with it. I'm gonna wrestle with it for the rest of my life. My conclusion is, nah, I'll take life, and thank God it all turned out okay from an economic standpoint, but historically the story will probably never be told the way. It'll never be told that way. This will probably be the last time it's told that way. But everybody who was there and who know about it know every word that I'm saying it to. You come to my studio, you'll see 60 new cars out there. They all belong to my employees and my dancers. I co-sign for everybody because they go down to the bank and they couldn't qualify for a car. I thought that was very insulting. So I would say, you know what? What do you mean they can't? They work for me. They got a job. Well, this is their first bit of credit. Oh, so you want to insult? You want to insult people? Okay, no problem. Send it over to me. I'm co-signing. Well, I ended up co-signing for 60 cars. Okay? So I was like, but I want to create a middle class right now among the people who work for me to show that we don't only have to hustle hard. We don't only have to sell dope. We don't only have to bring these machine guns to you to make this money. So that was my dilemma. And that's why I ended up going down with the ship, because I hoped that one more hit, we can keep it going. Yeah. But we didn't get to one more hit, so I got the hit. It was called bankruptcy. And that's why you never heard me complain. I took the hit and took the hits.
You took them from 0 to 60. That's what the issue is. Like, you can't just take somebody from a certain, because I got friends where I'm like, hey, man, instead of going to Atlanta for whatever you're going to do, let's save up your money. Let's go to Melbourne, Australia. And it's like, what? So if I just took them to Melbourne, Australia, that would be not smart.
Yeah,
I would have to teach them somehow to want to go to Melbourne.
Right.
He gave them stuff, and what they did is just Hammer's giving us stuff.
I crippled some people. I did. Some people I crippled because some guys never wanted to work again.
They just became dependent. Right,
No, seriously. Some of my guys were like 7 years later, 5 years later after bankruptcy. Hey, what you doing? Shoot, waiting for you. Yeah, wait for you to get it on, man. I said, man, come on, you can't be you. Man, shoot, we waiting for that next hit. Hey, man, that was 5 years ago, dog. And you had to. It's all right, man. I'm all right. I'm gonna hold on to it. And 8 years later, waiting for that next Hammer hit. So I crippled some cats.
How much pressure did that put on you when you were writing? Because now all of a sudden you're writing to sustain a financial empire instead of just as an artist.
That's well said. That's well said. So yeah, at some point
we're really smart, Hammer.
Yeah, you guys, you should do. You guys should actually try to get on the radio or something. Man.
These mics will be on.
You guys are pretty smart. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but it was such a dead on point statement. It all changed. It's because, as you know, I write from a very joyous, dancing, reflective position. That's the other thing. Without digressing too far, for every dance record I made a record dealing with issues. The issue records are never big as the dance records. But I say we got to pray, help the children. When we living in a world like this, why can't we live together? So I always balanced them all. But by the time I got to the Funky Headhunter, one is I was tired of cats who wouldn't want to see the other Hammer on no day in their life under any circumstance, physical, choose your choice of weapons, whatever it is that you engage another man with, you wouldn't want a piece of me under no circumstances. Making records where they get to say my name or stuff like that. I ain't never been that cat, and so I made a record that I wouldn't have normally made and addressed some of those issues, and I wrote from the perspective of what you just said. One, we need a big hit, and two, I want some heads.
Listen, I got to jump in. They're going to turn us off in 2 minutes.
Okay,
we're on a computer, and we want to make sure everyone knows about Hammer Time, which is the reality show you're pushing big time. This Sunday, 10 p.m. on A&E. And he's learned his lesson because he came here with his son. That's it. I didn't see 100 guys in the hall.
No. Hey.
Right.
No funny haircut, just the son.
Just him and his son.
They're going to get here, but they came by mule.
They still walking there from Oakland.
They get here next year. They own, God willing, they're on season 2 of Hammer Time. And look, and my final plug then. Hammer Time will be Sunday nights, 10 p.m. on A&E.
You know what? You sold me. I'm going to watch.
Starting when? Starting this
For
Sunday?
real. I'm going to watch this.
This Sunday's the first show? Or?
Yeah, this is the first show this Sunday.
Yeah, we'll definitely watch. And Patrice, they're going to shut us off.
Yeah, I know.
So.
Patrice is at comics tonight and
It's going to be an awkward
tomorrow.
ending because the computer's going to, knock us off. But
It happened to me before. They turned my lights off before. That's a different story. I've seen that before. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Everybody get ready. It's going out now.
Yeah, pretty much 40 seconds. So comics tonight and tomorrow for Patrice. And they're telling me that your Twitter name's wrong. It's Big
BIGMOMMA PRODS.
Okay, one word.
And mine is one word. MC Hammer.
Oh, shit, you
Twitter,
got MC Hammer?
Hammer.
How do you get MC Hammer?
You invest early.
Oh, that's right. He was tweeting early. That's right.
That's right. Before anyone else could get it. All right, we're out of here for the weekend, and I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see you Monday. Have a good weekend.
All right, bye-bye.
Don't do it.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Patrice O'Neill in studio.
Patrice.
Good morning.
I have a feeling you might have something to say about the Michael Vick thing. Because I remember when this whole thing went down.
Can I?
You were like, you guys don't understand the culture of what goes on.
I love dogs. Love them more than people, as Bill was saying. I love dogs.
I knew you'd have something to say. Go ahead.
I couldn't stand what he did. People who are vicious to animals bug me, especially if you're up at 4 o'clock in the morning watching I Love Lucy, and Sarah McLachlan comes on.
I will remember.
Showing a picture of a kitten with conjunctivitis. And a fucking puppy smoking a cigarette with a fucking headache bag on. if you don't feel bad for animals after you watch a fucking watery-eyed kitten,
dude, that is the fucking worst commercial.
And it's in between fucking Carol Burnett, fucking Gulfy Rankin selling Carol Burnett, and a Lucille.
And it's so long, the commercial, too.
And a fucking... It
goes on and on.
A pit bull puppy missing a paw, snorting cocaine, and he has no home. Now, if you don't fucking feel for an animal after you watch that, you're a fucking serial killer.
There's a one-eyed cat.
You're a hunk of shit. If a kitten with pink eye doesn't fuck you up, you're a cocksucker. Look at it. Turn this shit off. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that,
We're
man.
watching the commercial.
Yeah, the dog with the paralyzed back legs.
Oh, fucking no.
Oh, look at that.
What a bad boy he's been. That looks so sad. He must have misbehaved.
Dude, I can't even look at that commercial. It ruins me.
I'm Sarah McLachlan.
Yes, this bitch.
I spread peanut butter on my pussy.
Yes.
Let the dog lick it off.
All she sings is sad songs.
I know.
And it gets sadder and sadder, bitch. Kill yourself.
Throw a frisbee to that fucking thing.
These poor animals, man.
That looks like a healthy dog.
Exactly. This whole thing's the whole thing's about money.
Look at the poor
It ain't
little
about
kitten.
money. A kitten, kittens with a headache is the worst thing ever. A fucking headache bag.
Old school cartoon headache bag.
And a cigarette and fucking deep thoughts and shit. I don't need it.
Goddamn, Patrice.
I love animals. Jesus.
Three-legged cat.
What's wrong with that dog? That dog looked normal.
I don't know. Looking more.
What's wrong with these animals? Most of them look
how long is
okay.
this fucking infomercial?
Forever this goddamn thing takes so long.
Yeah, but you don't know what these animals did to bother the owners. They don't share the whole picture.
I refuse to look at it any longer, man.
Guy's fucking scrubbing his pots and pans with a kitten's eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Who are these people who hate animals, man?
Oh, no.
I love animals, but I will punch a kitten squarely in the middle of its face. If it mews while I'm watching TV, I will punch it squarely in its face.
If it mews. Fucking assholes, man. So Danny brought that shit right up.
Of course he did.
I don't like Michael Vick for what he did.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is the race thing, too. You got to always, like, if it was Brett Favre, it'd be easier for me to just say fucking kill him or whatever.
Yeah.
But me and a friend of mine was talking about Michael Vick, and this stands for anybody in trouble. Jail is so you don't have to be sorry. He's not sorry.
Wow.
He drowns dogs in buckets and has been doing it for years. He got out of jail. That was the time he had to pay for what he did. What he did. He shouldn't have to. He should come out and go, man, if I get my hands on another motherfucking dog, I'm going to drown his motherfucking ass in milk. Because milk is, I'm going to fucking shoot him in his face. He doesn't need to, because he's not sorry.
No.
But he paid whatever the price is. Right. Gary Ridgway, the fucking Green River Killer, killed 50 hookers, 70 hookers. He got the rest of his life in jail. That's the non-apology time. Jail is so you don't apologize. If I was able to apologize, don't send me to fucking jail. I stabbed this guy. He died. I'm so fucking sorry. I didn't want him to die. I'm sorry. You don't need to send me to jail. I'm contrite and I apologize now.
I like that point.
Don't fucking send me to jail if you need me to be sorry afterwards. That's what I'm saying. Stop with the he has to be apologetic. This fucking guy, what's his name, has lost his guy. He's going to lose. He can't drive. I think that's almost worse than doing time in prison.
Whoa, Dante?
Dante Stewart can't drive forever.
He doesn't. No, how long do they?
Forever.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's right. He's got enough money. He can actually hire someone to drive him.
But no.
You know how much?
No.
You know how much that's a hassle after a while.
Well, of course it is, but it beats going to prison. For
It might be
10
cool
And
at
he's
first, like,
he's
oh,
a
cool, I got
fucking
a driver.
football player. Football players aren't like basketball players.
Wait, Patrice, is that real though? He's gonna
For the rest of his life, he can't drive.
What was his his $30 million?
Possible.
Suspended, lifetime suspended driver's license.
He's right in one state, though. In one state.
And he doesn't play this.
No,
this
there's
season.
there's no more one states anymore. When your license is suspended in one place, the only reason it was like that before is because computers didn't exist. When your shit's suspended, it doesn't mean you can fucking drive in Massachusetts and not drive in Kentucky.
That's true.
But he's rat.
How come he only got 30 days in jail then?
That was the deal because he's Dante Starworth, and he made a deal with the family. The family got bought off, so he hit somebody, whatever that could. So he had to give the family whatever undisclosed amount, which is 7 figures.
And
of course.
never drive again.
Never drive again. He's on fucking probation for years. I don't know exactly how many years he's on probation, and then he gets suspended a year in the NFL. Next year he should be able to just wear. His sweatsuit should have Ciroc on it, Belvedere or tequila. He should have anything he fucking wants because he's paying the price for sorry. This is what you pay when you you don't have this. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
In lieu of I'm sorry. In lieu of I'm sorry. His life is over.
You know, in corporate America, they don't hire people that are felons and whatnot. But in the NFL, they invite you right back.
Isn't that? But it's
and I don't care.
He can catch.
Huh? No, I know. You think the players on the opposing team are going to give him some big hits?
No, they're used to guys who do fucked up things. It's the NFL.
You don't
It's
think?
like jail.
You don't think there's guys that are like animal lovers and there's Michael Vick and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna hit this guy a little.
It'll end up being very racial. But I don't like how the news portrays niggas as like, we hate dogs, man. I hate that they portray, every time they interview, hey, what you think of Michael? Man, it's a motherfucking dog, nigga. Drown that nigga. Motherfucker with a puppy head sandwich, like, nigga. Man, fuck that shit. And then they show what's going to be. Here's some more stuff he's going to do. 50,000 white women every football game with dead baby seal faces.
Right.
They're gonna buy lump tickets
Yep.
and just annoy the fucker for the rest of his life.
Absolutely.
He paid the fucking price, even though I hate the fact that he had enough money to get a euthanasia machine. Like, he had enough money to buy one of those things that put animals to sleep peacefully.
That's fucked
As
up.
opposed to sleep. Look at
Why
he
can't he
hung
pick another
dogs.
hobby?
He slammed them on the ground. He would pick them up by their chest and slam them on the ground, drown them in buckets, shoot them. That motherfucker was sadistic.
He's a complete piece of shit.
I do not condone what the fuck. But if you wanted to put him in jail for 20 years, that's the lieu of apology time. They gave him the apology time, which was 2 fucking years.
We have the Stallworth sentence here. Served 24 days in a Miami-Dade jail as part of a plea agreement, which includes, here it is, 2 years of community control, and that's Florida's version of house arrest. 8 years of probation, drug and alcohol testing. So that's 8 years you can't even have a fucking drink. 1,000 hours of community service.
How many years is that?
What is 1,000 hours? How many years? That is 1,000 hours of on the side of the road.
It's 100
up garbage.
It's just feeding
homeless people.
It's 110-hour days.
Changing old people's diapers.
110-hour days.
Holy shit. And a lifetime suspension of his driver's license.
Jesus.
Stallworth also reached a multi-million-dollar financial settlement with Reyes' family.
That means he wants to play again.
Wow.
He wants to play in the bad
and that
way.
is, you put that in a scale, and then you put I'm sorry on the other side, and it all equals out. That's it. I'm sorry or that.
I'm fucking sorry.
That's it.
I did not, listen, I drank, I did. I drank too much, I shouldn't have did that. I did not want to kill a man. I will pay his family. I don't want to put a price on this man's life, but I'll pay his family for what he would have brought to the table, and I'm fucking going to live with this for the rest of my life. Please don't do this.
Yeah.
I will not drink again. He's not going to drink again any fucking way.
You don't think so?
Hell no.
It's liquor.
For 8 years, he can't. He's got
But for
drug
8
and alcohol
years, he has to
testing.
report to you, Anthony. Hi, how you doing? Hey, Dante. What's going on, buddy? just looking in your face, angry, because there's going to be a white guy that goes, you just pissed away all your Negro future. You people, just some asshole who's working hard, some dog the bounty hunter piece of garbage who just goes, you people, you fucking people. You dirty motherfuckers. My nephew's a Polish soccer hooligan, and here you are because you can catch a ball, you dreaded up Negro. You dreaded up coon, and you fucking pissed it away. I'm going to make your life miserable. You're not going to get any special treatment here, stupid. And how you going to get home after you leave here?
Yeah, what are you going to hitch?
You going to walk, bitch?
Grab a cab.
That's a nightmare.
The one that makes me want to go to jail, because this sometimes you go, I can get out of jail early. You can do a 3-year bid, or you can do a 1-year bid with 2 years probation.
Yeah.
I might want to do the whole 3, because then you're free from the confines of the state. This guy, I might want to do some time just so I can drive again.
Right.
Not driving again is just... I've never heard of anybody that can't drive ever again in their whole life.
He's got to, like, move to Spain or something and get a license there.
How do you...
Somewhere else in the world. He's got to move to Canada or Mexico.
It's a lot of time and not drive.
Did he have other drunk driving convictions?
No.
I guarantee this is not his first one.
No. Because he killed a guy is the severity.
That's big.
Yeah, that's usually a 10-year.
That's big.
That's a big one.
Oof. I mean, he got
Michael
out of jail,
Vick is a piece of shit.
I can't disagree, man.
He is a piece of fucking shit.
Why did he have to do that? Knowing he had so much to lose if he got caught.
Fuck him, man.
Smashing dogs and drowning dogs in buckets. And again, this is well, it's not allegedly because he admitted it to it.
Yeah, that's what he did.
But the government put a pistol to your mouth and go, look it, man, because the government got a 98% conviction rate.
Yeah.
And if he fought the government, he fought the law, and the law won. That motherfucker could have been doing big years. So it's possible that he could have just said, yeah, I did that. But he might not have been drowning dogs and shooting them, but he admitted to it. So I guess it's that he did it. That's what bothers me. If they was like, oh, we found a machine that puts dogs to sleep, and the losers are all bitten up, so we got to put them to sleep. But he slams dogs on the ground. How the fuck can you do that to an animal, dude?
He's a piece of shit.
And look at its little chewed up face.
Suffering. I've been cursed with giving a shit about animals. It's a curse. It's not like, I wish I could just step right over a baby seal getting clubbed and go, hey,
hey, nice jacket.
Shit, you should have took a left when you took a right there, buddy.
Jimmy, now that you know more, do you think you should be playing again?
I still think that once you've done your jail, yes, because once you've done your jail time, they can't stop you from earning. I just hope that his fucking life is miserable.
It's not up to anyone's opinion now whether this guy should fucking be able to watch
I agree with you.
You could hate him. You could despise what he did. You could never fucking watch a game that he ever fucking plays in. Whatever. But he did his fucking time.
I agree.
So now he can fucking do whatever he needs to do.
I predict right now that he takes some horrendous hits. I'm telling you, there's going to be someone out there that is going to be like they're going to see him and they're going to go, you know what? I can't hold back. This motherfucker
every NFL player will almost defend the fact that he fucked up, he paid the price. I'm telling you. Because most NFL players are dudes like that. And
I'm with you. A majority of the people, there's going to be a few. There's going to be a few out there that are going to be like, you know what, I can't let...
There are a few guys that are probably going to want to hurt him for that.
And try to be a hero for the...
Now, that's a very visceral reaction.
Oh, no, they're going to try to make it look clean. They're not going to, like, risk their own careers. But I'm telling you, there's going to be... I think have a feeling there's a few guys out there that have that anger right now.
They are, but I think for the most part,
because
you're
you
going to
already
get there before the grace of God go I kind of... Dude. I best not fuck with him because I could be the next guy. It's like us fucking shitting on radio guys when they get fired.
Now he's sadistic.
No, they're going to be careful about it. I mean, when you line up against your opponent and he's a nice guy, you're hitting pretty damn hard.
There's somebody that's going to want to hurt him for that.
I just have a feeling that it's not going to end, pretty for Michael Vick this season.
Because some of those NFL guys are animal
and he's going to Philly.
Yeah. Well, we said it had to be a dirty team.
Yeah.
We said it.
What filthy fans.
We said there was a short list of teams that he could play for.
Nasty fans.
You know how many sad dog pictures are going to be in every Eagles game?
You know it. Sad in Philly, dead dogs. They're going to swing around dead dogs and put those little things that go.
The party favors
on little puppies on a fucking.
They're going to blow into a puppy tail.
His tongue flies out, uncurls, and makes a whistle noise.
Are you fucking serious, man?
And do the Eagles play the Browns this year? With the dog tag? I just got to see how that works
with the bloody dog. It's going to be... Michael Vick is going to fucking get it.
Usually?
They don't need to because they're in the AFC,
yeah,
but they might. They might.
Right. There's an outside chance. I don't know the schedule.
Oh, the fans, the fucking
Philly fans. But if he gets in the game and takes over that asshole Donovan McNabb, who makes me more sick, and I know you guys don't follow football like that, but there's nothing more that I hate in the game than a black quarterback who won't run. Because he's trying to be smart like a white guy. So if they put Donovan on his fucking ass because he's trying to go, because he busted his knee years ago, and that was his big dream. So now he can't run, so he can prove to everybody, I'm smart like Peyton Manning. But if Peyton Manning and Tom Brady could run, they'll be like, these white guys, the weapons. The ultimate he's a weapon of mass destruction, Tom Brady. As soon as he sees the daylight, he's running. And everybody else, look at this dumb nigga. Can't throw. He just runs. I fucking hate black quarterbacks who won't run.
Yeah.
If he gets hit and Michael Vick comes in that motherfucker and takes the Eagles for the Super Bowl.
How does that work?
Damn.
Everybody.
With all those
if I was a puppy,
sponsors.
I would never go to Philly because they'll just be killing dogs.
Dude, how
Michael Vick don't like them.
Dude, all right.
It'll be a drowning dog celebration in the end zone. They'll hold up puppies. Touchdown, Michael Vick.
How about this scenario?
Spike a fucking Shih Tzu.
Or instead of Gatorade, they'll just pour a thing of dead, wet dog on.
If that fucker does well, we'll forget all about his fucking murdering.
Let's follow that scenario. Michael Vick is now the quarterback of the Eagles, and they're in the Super Bowl, which is the biggest corporate fucking event in the world. How does that work out?
Oh, man.
How does that work out?
He just doesn't
protest.
Michael Vick, you just won the Super Bowl. Where you going? Oh, nigga. But where there's some dogs I can kill. Doggy land, nigga. I can drown some puppies.
But you think Budweiser would be all in?
Absolutely.
They'd be
They just
all
wouldn't
in.
be in.
Super Bowl, Michael Vick is the quarterback.
Absolutely.
Budweiser's still all in.
And they would go, here's what Budweiser would do.
Really?
They would go, hey, look. You know, he paid his... They would say what everybody should be saying. He paid his debt to society. He's very contrite. He's sorry Roger Goodell made the right. Boom. And Michael Vick will say, I really appreciate it. And he'll have a fucking Budweiser and drink it. But beer's a little bit more like... They're not Procter & Gamble. Beer's a little more like testy. They'll do some testy shit
like
like that.
Fucking tampon commercials during the...
Because he might even do a commercial where dogs are attacking him in some weird way or whatever. Like,
yeah, right.
Well, like,
oh shit!
No, what do you mean?
No way.
Never get over that.
No, that's not a
goofy commercial.
Jesus. And you just want us to listen to your thought?
He might do a commercial for what product?
What's wrong with you? Yeah, you're right, Patrice.
Hey, look, I'm not one to be stopped from making a dumb point. It was dumb as soon as you go, what the fuck? And as soon as I thought about it, like, hey, this is Michael Vick, and some fucking big schnauzer licking him in the face, and he goes, I'm sorry, and he drinks a Budweiser.
Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen.
They bring Spuds McKenzie back just so he can shove his head in a bucket
of beer. He drowns dogs in buckets of beer. Hey, if you're going to drown, hey, which one of these beers is this animal? Does he like Coors Light or Schlitz?
Spuds McKenzie was Bud, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So, if he gets a sponsorship with another beer company, yeah, why not drown
Spuds McKenzie?
Say, fuck him. Here's a Heineken or whatever the fuck.
Those sons of bitches, man. I mean, that motherfucker, all he's going to be able to make for the rest of his life. He's like Kramer. Kramer's finished.
Done.
For the rest of his life. And Michael Vick is finished. At least Michael Vick is still got football he could play. But if it's like, oh, come on, put him on TV, and they ain't going to fuck with him. Man.
This is going to be fun to watch.
Well, he's
well, I should say interesting to watch.
It's going to be up.
You're finished in the world. Once you, I'm telling you, once you invade how visceral shit to white people, especially white women, like the nigga shit made white people look embarrassed and embarrassed white people with fucking Kramer. Career over. If you notice, Michael Jackson's career was good up until white people didn't like him when he held that fucking kid over the balcony.
Over the balcony?
When he held that little white baby over the balcony, and white women said, this son of a bitch.
Little blanket.
It was a rap. And he's fucking done. He is fucking... Michael Vick pissed off dog lovers. And I'm going to tell you, I love dogs, but I was at the Short Hills Mall, and I'm going to tell you how much white bitches love dogs. This funky bitch. I wish I had got her name because I say her name. She talked to my dog because I brought my puppy to the Short Hills Mall hanging around.
Yeah.
She talked to my fucking dog through me. And what's your name? And it's almost like she points, action, nigga. Gladys.
Oh, shit.
And how old are you? Come on, nigga. You can't talk. One. Good doggy. Look at this. Talking to my fucking dog and not me, that cunt.
What kind of dog you got?
A little poodle.
Aw.
It is a cute dog.
That's adorable.
No, I'm just surprised. I wouldn't think you would
What'd
have
you
a
think?
poodle.
It's for my.
I don't know if I would have said pit bull, but I would have said poodle.
Pit bulls scare me to death, man.
They're frightening, right?
They just don't look like lovable dogs. They look like they'll kill you.
Tyrannosaurus jaw on them and shit.
Like a fucking shark, a walking shark.
That's
They look like that.
Walking shark.
Like a big shark's head, and them devil eyes. But at the same time, my buddy who's a pit bull guy, pit bulls are loyal. They love. I'm a mutt fan. I got my girl wanted a dog where she can be like a white woman walking up the street and her kid.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those little toy dogs.
Yeah.
But that woman, you know, that woman, I was only there because my dog couldn't talk. She didn't even really go. She didn't have any bonding with me.
Interpreter.
Yeah.
I was interpreting for the dog. And what kind of dog is it? Come on, speak up, nigga! Quickly! I have no time to read its mind. Shit. That bitch. So he pissed them off. I'm sorry, man. He pissed that unforgiving fucking genre off, which is fucking white women that love animals, dude.
But the difference is, though, he doesn't rely on them for his living, though. That's the only thing he has going for him is he doesn't rely on them. He relies on guys.
Hold on. We always got to pause to just look. Brooklyn, get the fuck out of the way. There we go. Don't look at that.
She stops the show in its tracks every morning. She works on the morning mashup, Nicole. Sirius Channel 1, I think. All right,
but that's my take on Vic, my friend.
It's a great take, and we should replay that all week long while we're not here.
How about we just replay it the rest of the day just go home now?
No shit. Well, we got to get into the Hannity stuff. And it was on Hannity last night. We're going to do that after the break. We got Bobo's new bit.
Bobo's new bit.
And a lot of people beating up Super Agent Bob Eatman. I'll explain after the break.
Oh, really?
It's really funny, actually.
Oh, good.
Look at this.
I got to check that out.
Look at all these comments.
Oh,
pages and pages.
Holy shit.
Yeah. My videos get a little attention. You put Super Agent Bob Eatman in a video, and you get this. Look at this. Page after page
Nosferatu comments and things like that.
I'm going to read some of the better ones after the break.
Did that corpse leave town yet, or is he still here?
Back to Transylvania in a box full of dirt.
The fucking worst.
They said that we described him perfectly over the years. They finally get to see what he looks like. Hey, Patrice, you figure out your plug? I remember earlier in the week you were all messed up.
Man.
So next week?
August 21st to the 23rd in Cleveland Improv.
Cleveland Improv.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm glad I came here because I would have been waiting at the airport to go to Cleveland,
flight, right?
Fucking God bless
that would have been fucked
Cleveland,
up.
wake up and go
glad
see Patrice O'Neal.
Steve gave a shit before I did about the damn date.
You do well in Cleveland?
I never been to Cleveland.
Holy shit!
haven't
They're
really?
gonna love you.
This is my first time in Cleveland, other than the virus.
Yeah, they'll love you.
Yeah, they're gonna love you. So
That's a great
tickets for
town
Patrice
for
O'Neal for
gigs.
next weekend. Quick break. We'll continue. Opie and Anthony, Patrice O'Neal, and Jim Norton. Oh, Drew Boogie. Hold on. What?
31st.
31st? All right, so we do one more day of radio this month.
When is Labor Day weekend?
The week after, so then we get a nice long weekend.
God damn, yo!
We set this one up nice, yo. Patrice O'Neal helping us out today. And I got to say, yesterday after the show, we all went to breakfast. And
Is that a screen cap from your video camera?
Oh, fuck
That's
yeah.
fucking really clear.
My HD flip. I should work for HD flip because I've sold a lot of motherfucking cameras for this company.
The flip is an amazing little fucking gadget.
It's amazing,
And it picks up the audio pretty good.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you're a little frustrated you're not close enough to the audio source.
They figured it out. I was talking last night with some guy that was, we were talking about old camcorders and how you used to see people like at Disney with those giant fucking camcorders on their shoulder and how inconvenient it was. They'd be on rides and like have to hold the fucking thing in their lap or something or leave it somewhere because you couldn't take it on a ride with you. And now like every little thing has a fucking video camera in it, a pencil.
And you know the HD flip, I have a feeling the next generation where you're going to be able to upload right from the motherfucker. How great would that be?
wireless to the net?
I have a feeling that's the way
wireless would be the way.
Without a doubt. That's the way it's going.
Also, once you got your groomsman?
Yeah.
Is it the HD or is it the regular?
How do you remember that?
I remember things.
Oh, nice.
I remember things.
That's for remembering my special occasion.
He didn't remember. I told him. He asked, what did I get for his groomsman? I told him the fucking thing.
I gave them all an HD flip.
Farty fucker.
And
you made
they
me
love
sick.
them. So listen.
All right.
So after the show yesterday, I made a video of our little breakfast. It's on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio. But I feel so bad for Super Agent Bob Eatman because I was excited to go, well, I should show everybody Bob Eatman. We've been beating him up for years. And I usually get maybe 20, 30 comments per video, maybe. This one's well over 100, and it's not stopping anytime soon. They are beating the shit out of Super Agent Bob Eatman in this video. And he's on film for maybe 5 seconds. And the video is like 5 minutes long, I think.
What you should feel worse about is the fucking fat-faced, kind of like ass-cheek-necked idiot poking his fucking Casper head in. How creep! Like
shit!
Like
I thought this video was about a buzzard swooping in to kill Bob Eaton. I'm sorry about that. That's you, no, you fucker.
The blubbery-necked apparition.
Just a few of the comments. Oh my God! Even Super Agent Bob Eatman looks like he's doom and gloom. Look how pale and undead he looks. Bobby is cute though. That ghoul fucking Eatman. And I bet Bob didn't pay either. It just goes on and on. Holy shit, maybe Ann could help me out with this one. Eatman is G-Man from Half-Life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? That's definitely. Holy shit, he really is.
Or a retarded Gregory Peck.
AG1247 writes, wow, you guys don't lie when you say he's a ghoul. Coke Logic, I'm shocked to see Bob Eatman doesn't burst into flames in the sunlight. Mr. Kenji writes, Michael Jackson has been dead for a month and a half, and he still looks better and has more color than Super Agent Bob Eatman.
Bob Dole.
He looks like Dole's arm.
Beta 2G, no wonder Bob Eatman has never been on camera. This guy writes, Eatman looks like the vampire from the Bugs Bunny cartoon. Eatman looks like he came from Dark Shadows. Fancy people eating all by themselves. Super Agent Bob Eatman looks like he's holding kryptonite. He's the Walking Dead. It just goes on and on and on. He needs follicles. What happened to Eatman's upper lip? Looks like a burn victim. That's Wrath Child 11.
Just being horrible.
Someone should tell Eatman that it's too early to have on his Boris Karloff makeup. I don't know.
Is there any audio of him talking? Because he said, like, hi to the camera.
How the fuck can you eat with that zombie Bob Eatman at your table?
Wow.
Congrats on you and Ant describing Bob Eatman perfectly throughout the years. Scary.
He ordered brains.
Jeez.
Yeah, back up the video slightly and you get to hear Bob Eatman talk.
He is a monumental dud.
Hello! Bella.
Here's Bob Eatman.
No thanks. What do you want for? Sir? They're gonna be
Oh, it's after that. I got the waiter with us, sir.
Continental joint business.
Oh, no, all right. You got to.
By the way,
you don't have to watch the whole video.
Watch the video because the Bob Kelly fucking with Club Soda Kenny's crotch.
Oh, right.
Because he has what Bob Kelly calls teacher cock.
Yeah.
He had teacher cock. It's when you sit down and your pants kind of fold in the front. You know how your fly kind of folds in the front and makes it look like you almost have a boner?
Yeah, it's pants boner.
I know.
Pants boner. Comes up all the
pants boner, right.
Yeah, pants boner.
He starts squeezing it and hitting it.
Yeah, Bob Kelly was squeezing it and pushing down on it. And Kenny's just sitting there.
Yeah.
There's a monster on the screen.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
Jesus, Renfield. Swallowing a spider suit.
Push play so we get to hear Bob Eatman.
Jimmy, comment.
Hot at the end.
Here it is. Watch.
Oh, this is Super Agent Bob Eatman. First time on camera ever.
This is hella charisma. Makes love to the camera.
That's all he did was a hello.
Hello.
And he's getting beat up. He was on camera, like I said, 10 or 15 seconds.
I love the fact that Bob tried to talk. Rewind Bob's part again today. Because you see Bob about to say hello, and he didn't want to blow his cue. Watch Bob. He doesn't even know when to say. He goes to say hello, then he lets you finish.
When to say hello.
Just watch it.
He's strong, isn't he?
Oh, this is Super Agent Bob Eatman. First time on camera.
You don't have to say hello. His little hitch.
Yeah, because then Opie said first time on camera.
Yeah.
So it threw him for a loop.
What an unnatural fool.
And then look at Jimmy's stupid hat fucking bowl that he's eating his soup from.
Yeah, I didn't film that, unfortunately.
No, I saw a clip of it.
It looked like a derby hat?
A little derby hat.
Yeah.
And he's...
I was eating...
nice freeze frame.
There's some really amazing freeze frames of me available in this from the side.
Are you throwing up on the food first before you eat it? Oh, it's just a grossness.
There are some fucking freeze frames of the kid.
Holy shit, it does look like it.
It really does look like I'm vomiting on my food.
Oh, fucking goddamn. It's Brundle Jim.
This video turned out pretty well. It's on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio. Even though we're going on vacation, I'm going to be videoing my ass off. Ant's going to be doing his thing that we don't talk about much, but we're not really going away the next 2 weeks. Just doing the main.
I'm doing a staycation.
Crab and corn chowder.
Are you guys just having lunch or
Yeah.
A little breakfast, yeah.
Where is this
having
place?
lunch.
This place rules. It's close.
Yeah.
Ixnay on the Ole-Asian K.
It's our spot.
Is it really?
Oh, God.
It could be the coolest spot in all of New York City.
What kind of food?
We're freeze framing. We're going frame by frame, watching Jimmy eat. And right now, his mouth is opening like a fucking stroke victim.
Are you sticking your tongue out to touch the food first?
So
I don't know.
bad.
It's weird because you're eating soup.
You're like, just take your mouth and go. Oh, God. Look at this.
Wait a minute, but it was serious. You thought he was playing, but look at this.
No, I wasn't playing.
Oh,
This is some of the best eating videos.
he's like the senator from he's like the senator from the X-Men. Fucking mollusk.
Oh, God.
There's nothing better than framing and timing this video as Jimmy is eating. You'll never eat again. That's right there.
Oh, look at
Look
it.
what's going to drip into the bowl off his lip.
Oh, just look at it.
It's a crab soup. It's a crab and corn chowder.
Crab eating it.
Yes.
There's going to be some freeze framing to this
dude, it's
video.
awful.
Holy shit.
Maybe Jimmy's the star of the video after all.
Oh!
What are you doing? Holy shit.
Oh,
It's like sliced alone with Bell's palsy.
oh my God, look at you.
I'm eating soup.
Oh my God.
Oh, God damn, that is fucking funny.
Oh, poor thing.
Poor thing.
It's like the end of Terms of Endearment.
Michael Vick would have drowned you.
He was drowning himself.
Oh, fucking my ugly
And then you got the waiter who's happy to be there, too happy to be there, and
Look at that face.
too much going on in this video.
Another huge spoonful of goodness.
Oh, it really was
You was there
delicious.
too, Evan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
I
just
was right next
to. Okay.
Yeah.
He makes an appearance later in the video.
I'm laughing now.
Actually, the magic of video, we started the video without Anthony there, and then Anthony showed up. Look at that. Just pushing on.
What is wrong with Bobby, man?
Kelly just pushing on Club Soda Kenny's penis.
The way my nose points down, I am awful from the side.
That is one of your best fucking videos.
I like this
just
one.
Slow-mo and... Oh, very funny.
That is very fun. That is
More
truly
Jimmy
terrible.
eating.
Opie Radio on YouTube. Let's move on to Anthony's appearance on us.
Just please take Jimmy frame by frame
have some
on
fun
that
with
video.
that.
You'll laugh your balls up.
Wait, 2:35 on YouTube. 2 minutes 35 seconds is when you see Jimmy's sickness.
Go in 2 minutes 35 seconds and then just
eating soup.
one frame at a time.
You could probably get 10 to 20 good shots out of
Oh,
it.
fuck yeah.
Something tells me that they're going to poke fun at me.
I think there might be some photoshopping and just some
They wouldn't
fun
have
things.
the guts. They wouldn't dare mock me eating.
They're going to forget about Bob Eatman really quickly.
God damn, that's funny.
The comments are just ridiculous on that one. All right, so We started the show with somebody saying that some liberal guy on Sean Hannity beat the shit out of you.
And it
we
wasn't
got the
even
proof
the case.
that that's not true,
I
right?
fucking nailed the guy. Every comment from everybody that watched it said I just shut him down.
Yeah.
Shut him right down.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let's get into this. We got a couple clips of Anthony on Hannity. Hannity intros Anthony.
Uh-oh.
And he is the co-host of the ever-popular Opie and Anthony show, which broadcasts on Sirius XM satellite radio. Anthony Cumia is here. What's up with the bedwetting, Obama-supporting liberal co-host of yours? Why isn't he here?
What a fucking asshole.
Wow.
Bedwetting.
He's certainly...
Yeah, that's me. Like, I care enough to be that.
Bedwetting.
Bedwetting liberal. That's always a fun one, bedwetting liberal.
What is
They're
that?
just always pissing themselves in their beds.
Why isn't he here?
Oh, Opie?
Yeah.
I should throw like a Hillary hissy fit and say, it's about me. I'm here. Talk about me.
You're probably
But, no, I think you just answered your own question. That's why he's not here.
Oh, he doesn't, because he admits that he voted for Obama. He doesn't want to admit it anymore.
Well,
Didn't vote for Obama, Sean. You know that. I'm going to stop the tape every second.
You didn't.
I didn't vote.
he wants you on that show so fucking bad.
And I openly said I didn't vote.
But that would be funny, though. If he said you voted for Obama and you know that, you'd go, no, I don't vote.
All right, maybe I got an angle now.
Maybe you got an angle.
Call him out on his lies.
Voting's easy.
And by the way, George Carlin has the greatest reason not to vote.
Thank you. Yes, that's what we bring up all the time.
Greatest bits ever. Like, just I will not vote. Because then, if you vote, you can't
complain.
You can't complain.
You're part of the problem.
Yes, I don't vote, so I can. I don't like none of these pieces of shit, so I can complain.
He was the master at taking the most obvious thing that nobody else saw. And he took that argument people have been having for 50 years about voting, and he made it fucking funny
you
and
feel
original.
not guilty about voting. You just go, I
Because no one ever had an answer to that. It's like, well, if you don't vote, you can't. Then you can't complain about the.
You can complain if you don't
That's
vote.
why I can complain, because I didn't vote.
That is great.
Not that that's the right message to send. Guy that ruins every moment with trying to be serious.
Because he admits that he voted for Obama. He doesn't want to admit it anymore.
Well, yeah, he.
Hey, did I vote for Obama? I want to be on record and say I did not vote. I haven't voted for a president
I think you might
in a
be
long
literal
time.
on that, though. I think he's saying you are a supporter.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
He's trying to coax you and bait you onto the show.
I'm not as rah-rah as far as Obama goes. That's for sure.
Oh, really?
Maybe that's what he's saying.
I want to hear the tapes of you going, Obama.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That is true. You did yell Obama.
I've changed a little bit.
Now it's cocaine.
Cocaine. No, I just new boss, same as the old boss.
Well, not quite.
I like Obama a lot more than I would have liked
New
Sarah
boss,
Palin.
same as the old boss.
I like him more than I would have liked some of them.
High five. Air high five. Choo choo.
Well, yeah, he was brought in by the whole change thing, and this is going to be great. It's going to be a different thing, and then business as usual, tax and spend Democrat, and he can't really defend himself. So,
well, thank God he's got you and Norton to straighten him out.
Yeah, we like to straighten that out. I like getting feedback too on the show when I talk about things like that, where one guy will say, "Oh my God, you're a conservative, right wing, radical," and then the next one will be like, "I agree with you 100%."
You're more libertarian. I'm more like a Christian conservative.
Yeah, because I do have a few views that kind of drift over. I never want to say left, but a little more center.
Kind of drift. You're for gay marriage. That's a fucking pogo leap from the Christian right.
Well, it is. I'm not. You know what it is, though? I'm not for gay marriage.
You don't
I think
care.
people flying fuck about gay marriage is what it is.
You are a
asshole.
You are a logical, reasonable racist.
Thank you.
That's what
I like to be. I like to.
An intelligent racist.
I'm going to run on that platform.
You're not.
You got some
not
intelligence
irrational.
behind your racism.
It's just that you can't get past.
I have
black
preconceived
and Puerto
notions
Ricans.
that I have a very hard time disposing of.
Yeah.
But yet, every time I am friendly with ethnically diverse people, I never have a problem with people I'm friendly with.
them,
I'm very friendly with you, Patrice O'Neill. You are my Negro friend.
We become us as opposed to them when you meet it. Yeah.
Drew Boogie. I am friendly with Drew Boogie.
But you don't even know what Drew
I would never
Boogie's
drop the
nationality
N-bomb.
is.
No one does. No one.
Look, Drew was a thing.
He's on.
If we're friends with Drew, we're all friends with something else.
Yeah.
You don't know.
He's black and Dominican. He's got like a baby thin Dominican mustache.
If I had to guess, I would say there's some Asian in there.
Exactly. Something.
There's some Asian.
Mendoza.
Asian?
There was some cottage rape going on during this. There was some fucking. The father from the Brady Bunch was tiptoeing in. fucking somebody.
Ed Asner hopped off the boat and did a little fucking.
There was some funny shit going on.
Drew, what are you?
Family.
What are you?
I'm Jamaican, but my parents are mixed. There's a lot of mixing going on back there.
You speak patois?
Yeah.
How do you speak that?
Well, actually, I kind of don't. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint you, Jimmy.
That's all right.
Yeah, because what do you got? Like hazel eyes or something?
Yeah. There's some...
Hazel.
Hazel eyes.
Hazel. Hazel highs.
It goes on before the E. What?
Yeah, they skip the H sometimes.
Def Jam, but Hazel highs.
My name is Drew Boogie.
I love Jamaican Jimmy.
Yeah. The boy's a Batman.
Shit.
The blood clot pretty baby. Boo. The Jamaicans always suck their teeth too.
Yeah?
They're always miserable.
Not all about.
Oh, worse. Okay, it's true.
I don't even know what that's about.
He must.
It's true though.
And
it's
you
true.
learn all of that from them fucking Jamaican bitches that's pushing around these white babies around Manhattan.
Yeah.
He just watching them do their fucking thing, sucking their teeth. But he's digging in your ass, oh.
Huh?
Well, man, he wants a piece of you.
That's all right.
Whatever.
He wants a piece of you.
I don't have
the
passion
show.
for the fight.
He wants you on the show. He really does.
I want to talk sports or something else. I don't.
Right, the old same old. But by this time, Anthony, you must know it's the old same old. It's just the same old.
Well, you know how I prepped for the show? I sat there and watched Fox News and all the other shows for about 2 hours. Glenn Beck and stuff like that, and then
just repeated stuff.
And then what's his name? Fucking Bill O'Reilly. And then I'm like, all right, now
sound bites, man.
I'll just repeat that.
Hannity banned me from his show. He don't want to talk to me no more since Kramer and them.
Oh well.
Well, you had one of them. Was it on Hannity? The
no, that was on
woman.
It was John Gibson, but
yeah, Gibson.
I got a good one. Some good ones in on Hannity.
You pretty much wrecked John Gibson's TV career with that one. You know that, right?
Nah, they
I haven't seen him back since.
Oh, he's gone.
On Hannity, though. You were very funny.
Yeah, I was good on Hannity.
Yeah,
and I laugh at him because he always tries to make you. The black people always got to come in and be the like. If he had me on for Michael Vick, he would have fucking had me on to be the guy that goes. You think white people don't understand? Like I couldn't have that view. He would have been like, "What good are you? I need a."
We have to play this.
Oh yeah, here
Radio Crackdown. Patrice O'Neal. Just find where it starts there, Danny, for me, please. This is one of my favorite Patrice O'Neal things ever. He fucking put this woman.
She was the worst.
In her place so bad. They're talking about Radio Crackdown. Was this the Imus thing?
No, this is O&A.
This is you. They was trying to get rid of you.
They were talking about fucking
Homeless Charlie.
Yeah,
but also they're talking about Elvis. No, Jesus, JB and Elvis too.
And I was mad at her because she was sitting there, and this was from me watching what she was doing. She wouldn't speak to me, Sonia Osorio. She wouldn't speak to me, but she...
Was she from now?
Yeah, National Organization of Women.
Yep.
And she was like, fire them. And I was like, you fucking bitch. You just, like, fire people. Like, have them fired.
Yeah.
Like, just flick. Didn't even care. Just her position was her position. Yeah. What a fucking ass.
Yeah, she sucks.
Just to bring everyone to the table, Homeless Charlie made some crazy,
funny remark. Can we play that again? Can we play that?
We should be able to.
Let's fucking play Homeless Charlie for Christ's sake.
And the thing about that, he never said anything.
He never
said anything towards them.
No.
I listened to that fucking thing.
I know.
It was
Isn't he a funny dude, man? He was a naturally funny guy.
It was just ridiculous, man.
Funny homeless guy.
A funny fucking homeless dude.
Saying stuff about the First Lady and
that Bush bitch. He called Condoleezza Rice the Bush bitch.
Yeah.
He was funny.
And Pretty much we were observers just watching Homeless Charlie do his thing.
Fuck the Queen of England.
We've never seen Homeless Charlie since, by the way. We used to see him on the streets of New York. We haven't seen him since.
Fucking black van pulled up and threw him in.
I think he got a case of the food poisoning.
Yeah.
That government food poisoning.
Water car guy food.
It's somewhere.
I think we got orders to nuke all copies of that audio.
It's somewhere. That was when the merger was going through.
Got to be somewhere.
You know how stupid that statement is when there's probably another 100 to 200